Hi, this is Alexandria from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Just saying hi.
Hi, Alexandria.
All right, we're gonna do craft now. Actually, wait. Roger says I have to pull some raffle winners first.
Okay.
Woo!
Hi, can you hear me?
In the wheel. And we have Charlene Rundell. Woo!
Yay, Charlene.
Charlene is our raffle winner of the day.
What did she
Michael
win?
Smith.
What?
Michael Smith is our second winner of the day. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
Hey,
Hey, Mike. Congratulations.
Rashid.
I'm not going to tell my wife.
Rashid, you're our third winner. Hey, is Susan Radke on the line? Can Susan win if she's not here?
I have not seen her on the line.
Oh, let's pull another one. Andrea Ordway.
Hey, Andrea.
I was here. Rashid is here.
All right.
This is
Phyllis.
Joe.
That's the name.
Hear me?
Phyllis is a winner.
Oh,
Hello?
God damn.
Hello? Hello?
Who's that?
This is Joe. Can you hear me? I got here late, but I'm here.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I had a work emergency and I just for a little bit. I don't know if you could hear me, but I'm here. Joe Stewart is here. Awesome. I heard Rosemarie's voice.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm here, Joe.
You just missed
Awesome.
chaos.
Great.
We just finished chaos time, and now we are going back and we're pulled some raffle winners, and then we're going to do the craft. We are 6 minutes behind already on the craft. So hopefully, you guys are good crafters.
I love Win.
Oh, Andrea has her hand up. Does Andrea have her hand up on purpose? Andrea's muted on her tablet as she's walking around the living room.
thank you for the raffle winner or raffle.
Welcome.
What'd I win?
A gift card. Roger will be mailing out gift cards after.
We're gonna be
What was
mailing
that?
out gift cards.
Yep. So, does everybody have
Awesome.
their wind chimes?
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is a complete wind chime for those who can hear and see it. And for those who can't, that's okay. If you have one in your hand, the metal piece has chains hanging off of it.
Yep.
And I put
I just
all
have a
those
string.
through the little holes.
Oh.
I sat on my sofa with the pliers.
Wow.
I opened and closed chain links so that the chains could go through the little holes. And this is a light switch plate for the little switches that, kind of on the wall, the light switch plate.
No
Oh,
kidding.
okay. Yep, that's what that is. Yep.
And then
See
I
it.
put some chains in here, and that's our starter. And then if you
Okay.
got your bag,
All I have here is beads on a string and some
That's
some
That's
Well,
an
cloth.
old,
that's
that's last year's craft. Put that away.
Oh, I didn't get the new one.
who's that? Who didn't get it?
Angela, I didn't get the new one then.
Well, let me put you down here then. Angela Harris needs craft kit. Send craft
Me too.
Put the other one together
Who
if you
said
want.
that?
Okay, now,
What I do?
everyone but Angela has a piece of metal and a baggie with stuff in it.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
If
It's
I
the
don't-
metal right here, right?
Andrea has her hand up.
Andrea, hold it in front of your face. Yep, that's the piece. That's our starter piece. Yep.
Okay. Looks like a light switch piece or something.
It is.
It's a light switch plate.
It was three.
Kathy, you might want to mute everyone.
Roger, I was just going to say that too.
Who is 0026? They've got their hand up.
Anthony Howell.
Oh, you left and came back?
Anthony.
Yeah, I came back, yes.
All right, Anthony Howell.
Got it.
Okay. You have your hand up on purpose?
No, I was just going to say the same. You just put everybody on mute. We're not going to get nowhere. Everybody keep talking every time you mention something.
Thank
Okay.
you.
This is Joe Stewart. Can you hear me?
Like this.
Yes, we can.
Yep,
Yep, you're distorting.
Can you hear me now?
yes. We can hear
Where are
you.
you,
Jill.
AT&T? Yeah, just back off of your speaker a little bit because you distorted.
Hey,
Can you
Joe.
hear me?
Joe,
Can you hear me?
You're too distorted.
You need to focus.
Oh, we're gonna mute, okay,
Miss Kathy.
mute everybody and go to the craft.
Hello, Miss Kathy.
Yes?
Hi, this is Walisa. When you did, just wanted to give you a quick reminder. When you did roll call, you didn't call my name. So I wanted to acknowledge the fact that I'm on here.
You must have left and come back.
Oh, hold on, baby. I had to leave and come back just now. I know that.
All right.
Hey, Walita. Hello.
Right, I'm gonna mute everyone.
So everybody is muted and Andrea still has her hand up. So let me put that back down. So we have our starter piece, which is the light switch plate with the little chains dangling down off of it. And then in our bag, we've got some goodies. And just to identify these goodies, we have paper clips, the jumbo size paper clips. And we have a jingle bell, because I wanted to make sure that even if the wind wasn't blowing, your wind chime would make some noise. We have some washers, so some big washers and some little washers. And then we have keys. So some people got plain old house keys, and sometimes there's a mix of little antique keys in there. And I had a friend donate like 200 keys. So we've got keys, because when the wind blows, they make noise. And then also included in here is a hook. So that way you can screw the hook into your front porch if you want to, or your ceiling in your living room, or wherever you want to put it. Or you can put the hook in the drawer if you don't want to hang it up. So we are going to start with Gwendolyn appears to have a question. Go for it, Gwendolyn.
In my kit, I did not get a bell. I got everything else but the bell.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, they're like $3 for 30 of them at Walmart.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know that I didn't get a bell, so I'll have to give you a bell eventually.
Man, no bell. Yeah, well, you know where to get them. Marion, do you have a question?
This is Faith Meadows. I have a question. I have altogether 6 of the washers, 3 small, 3 big, right?
Sure.
I have 2 keys.
Uh-huh.
1 hook.
Yep.
1 bell, 1 bell. And I think I have 5 washers. I forget now.
10 paper clips.
I mean,
You should have 10 paper clips.
Yeah, 10 paper clips. That's what I was trying to say. Let me count them again. I don't think I had. I may have. Okay, I'll let you know whether I have them or not.
That's okay. Sounds like you at least have a few. Marion has her hand up. Marion, can you unmute yourself so I can hear you?
5, 6, 7.
All right.
How can I have them?
So what we want to do is we want to connect these paper clips to the chains. And so if you take a key and a paper clip and use the end of the paper clip, run it through the eye of the key and run it around to the second loop. So when you put it on, it gets to the first curve.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going so that the key is at the second curve. In a minute, you'll see why we put it on to the second curve.
Okay.
Now I muted everybody, so now I can't hear everybody mumble and swear as they do this, but if you've got questions, if you want me to go faster or slower, you'll have to unmute yourself and holler. So we took the paper clip and we put a key on it and we put it on to the second curve. Gwendolyn's got hers up there in front of her camera.
So is that the way you want me to do it?
Yep. David and his mom are working intently over there. Okay, she says thumbs up. Now,
Kathy,
yes?
I'm confused. You've got me way lost.
I'm confused too.
1 paper clip, 1 key.
Okay, I don't understand what you mean when you say second, whatever you said.
Okay, so when you put the paper clip on the key.
Okay, hang on, let me do that. Don't attach it to the chain yet?
No.
No.
We got to attach our dongles first before we put it on the chain. Otherwise, it doesn't work right. So we have a key and a paper clip.
Does
And
it matter which part of the paperclip we use? Because there's two little places where you can hook it to. There's one on the top and one on the bottom.
Usually we think of them as like the inside one and the outside one. So if we think of it like a driveway, you go in the driveway and you go around the curve and then around, and it gets tighter as it gets towards the middle. So we use the outside driveway because we can't get to the inside driveway because that's where the house is. Does that make sense?
Like this?
Not really.
Your camera's not on. You got it, Jessica?
Hang on.
Hold it from the paperclip. Looks good so far. You got it dangling. That's good.
Did I do it right?
Well, I can't tell if it's on the, so we want to put it, we'll find out in a second here. So when you put it on, starting from the outside, if you guys got stuff to say, don't raise your hand, just jump in.
When I stick it on the second one, it sticks out like in an angle. It's supposed to do that?
Do you have a key or a washer?
Key.
And you put it to the second curve?
Yeah.
Got a question when you get a minute.
The little curve that's in the middle? Or is that not the
Oh,
one?
no, that would be the third curve.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Yep, so paperclip has 3 curves. It has the outside curve, and then the next curve, and then it has the very curve. So we want it on the second curve. Anthony, jump right in. I saw you.
Got a question for you.
Hold on. Hold on, I'm putting it on. Is this the way it go like this?
Who's that?
That's the way it go like this?
I can't see through your phone.
Oh.
Well, let's hope it's right, okay? We'll just.
Wait, Kathy,
Oh,
on the
yeah, there
most
you go.
outside part, right?
What's that?
There you
The
go.
most outside loop.
There's the first loop, and
Right.
then you round the corner and
And
go
then
to the second loop.
The second.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's
So
not
that
the
way-
inside loop.
Because
Right.
what we're gonna do next is we're gonna connect this paperclip to the end of the chain.
Oh.
And
Does
so
it matter
chain
which
is gonna-
chain?
The chain, nope, any chain you want, the bottom chains, the bottom dangly chains. Because that means, see, we wanted that loop on the outside so that we could hang the key from it. And so if the key was on the first loop, then our chain and our key would be on the same loop. So that's why we push the key to the second loop so that the chain is on the first loop of the paperclip. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I think I get it. I'm not
Yep,
for sure.
I got it.
It's
Now it
like
hangs-
this.
Now it just hangs down straight from the chain.
Yep, exactly. Cynthia, go ahead and hold yours up right above your head, real slow.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I got an extra chain. What do I do?
I
here
have
with
to
this?
tell Gwendolyn. Hold on, Cynthia. It looks like your key is on the innermost circle.
Put it on the
Hold
outside
your,
circle.
hold your paperclip sideways. Can you hold it left, right? So that,
Yeah.
okay, but farther away from the camera. You're too close. Okay. Yep, go ahead and back that out to one of the outside loops.
Oh, the outside loop.
Yeah, you've gone to the third loop. Oh, Andrea's cat's taking class with us now.
Yes, the Smoky.
Hi, Smokey.
What
Are
do
you
I
good
do
with
with this
paper
other
clips?
chain right here that's in there?
There we go.
Okay, I think I got it right now.
That
I
looks
got
better. That
Maybe I
dangles.
don't want to put this.
Terry,
chain
you
in the
had
middle
something to jump in
because I'm
with?
going to put the
Yes, I do.
bell in the middle.
I wanted to tell Gwendolyn hers looked beautiful.
Thank you.
You're
Let's put on
welcome.
one of these emblems. Yeah, that's.
Kathy,
Yeah?
I really wish we were in person right now because I cannot get this attached for the life of me.
Hold it up above your head.
Starting to catch
I'm
on
about
to
ready to
it.
just
Hold it up above
quit.
your head so I can see.
I'm about ready to wait till somebody gets here to help me because I
Oh.
Not that hard to
Jessica,
do.
Can I ask you a question?
wait, hold on. Jessica is trying to hold it up in front of her camera, but she got to hold it a little higher. Okay, that's a good height right there. Okay, so now your chains are dangling down. And then you take the outer little poker on the paper clip and stick it on the bottom of the chain. Can you do that?
Not one-handed.
Well, you got to set it down in front of you to do
No,
it.
you can't do it one-handed.
No, she's trying to hold it up in the air and hook it at the same time. She's teasing me.
Right. Yeah, no, you can't do it one-handed.
I'll have to lay it down and pick up a chain and find the end of the chain and then run the outside of the paper clip, the one that's opened, into the bottom of the chain. Into that.
Okay, just a second, Roger.
Mr. Bossy.
Jessica, can you see that one?
When you get a minute, I have a question to ask.
Okay, hold on, Jessica.
I had a question before she said something.
Mute everybody.
That's
Jessica,
just crazy.
Jessica.
I understand y'all can see each other, but I can't. I just wanted to ask a question.
I know, but
Oh my
I'm working with Jessica a second here. Jessica, can you look at the camera a second?
Get some apple juice for
See
Papa.
that?
No, the view isn't big enough.
Can you click on me to make it bigger?
Hang on, let me see if I can make it full screen. There we go. No, I made it full screen and it's still not big enough for me to see.
Looks like it's hanging there though. I think you got it right, Jessica.
Did I do it right, Roger?
It looks right to me from what I can see.
Excellent. Now, someone else had a question. Anthony Ward's got a
This
question.
is Angela. Angela.
Oh yeah, he's
I have
got
an
it all
extra piece of
done.
chain here. Does my chain look okay?
For real.
Anthony, turn on your microphone so we can hear it jingle.
Oops. No, I don't.
This is Angela. I had a question.
Yeah.
So do I.
Go ahead, Angela, or Andrea, whichever.
I got an extra piece of chain here. Does this chain look okay?
This is.
Oh, look at that! Look at Anthony's jingle. All right.
Can I ask a question? This is Angela.
Yeah, hold on. Andrea has a question. She says she has an extra piece of chain. Do you have 5 pieces of chain dangling down from your metal plate?
I believe I do.
Or do you have
Yes.
4. Do you have 4 dangling down, and 1 in your hand?
Yeah, 4 dangling and 1 in my hand.
So one
That's
of those,
right.
so
That's what
one of
you're
those has
supposed
to get reattached
Okay, but I can't figure out how to reattach it because there's no
with a
open
paper
end.
clip.
Well, we just connected onto the chain.
Yeah,
Paper clip, you said?
Use a paper clip up at the top there. Use a paper clip between the 2 pieces of chain.
Now I can ask my question?
Yeah.
I can?
Yeah, go for it, Angela.
Okay, like I said, I didn't get that one. I still had the one here you said from last year. Is there a way I can get that one?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I put a note down here.
Okay.
Tashanya?
Can you see mine?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Looking good.
I get a cash prize.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Anthony, several other people have questions. Marion has a question.
I'm not sure if Marion has a question or if she just has her hand up because I told
Yeah.
everyone to jump in and she hasn't jumped in.
Does the bell go on the center chain?
That was my idea, was to put the bell in the center.
Okay, thank you.
But it doesn't go on there
That's the
yet.
curved piece, isn't it?
What?
Take me down, Kathy.
What? Hey,
no,
Marion.
unmute. Take me down.
Take your hand down? All right.
Right.
All
You
right.
answered my question.
Okay, good.
Kathy.
This is Faith Meadows.
Hi, Faith.
Hi, Faith.
Yeah, I just want to ask one question.
Uh-huh.
The chain is linked to one end of the paper clip and the key is to the opposite end of the paper clip, right?
Yes.
And, okay, I just want to know if I have it right. Thank you.
Good.
Hi, Faith.
Hi.
And so once
Angela.
Okay, come on, let's go to the next step.
Once you do your keys, then you do your washers. And if you have a big washer, you might have to stretch out your paper clip a little bit and then stretch it back together.
What chains are we supposed to put keys on, or doesn't it matter?
Any of them.
Question.
Yes?
Does it matter which chain the key hangs on?
Nope.
No.
That's what I just asked. No.
So you have 5 chains. And so if you put the bell in the middle and then put keys and washers on the outside.
Yes, ma'am.
That still leaves you with a couple more washers and keys.
Okay, thank you.
And so what the next thing you can do is you can work your way up the chain. So if the first thing is at the bottom of the chain, your next thing can be maybe halfway up the chain. Say they're double deckered on a single chain.
Okay.
That's why there's extra things in there, so that you can put things on the bottom or you can put things a little higher up, double decker them.
What I've noticed, can you hear me, Kathy?
Yep.
What I've noticed too about the paper clips is if you have them hanging right, the ends of the wires, you know, the points that the wires come to seem to be aimed down. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess it does end up that way.
Okay.
I don't know
Thank you.
if that's a universal rule. I haven't studied paper clips enough, but that is looking like it would be true.
That is exactly right.
All right, go ahead, Carrie. Just jump right in.
For some reason, this one isn't doing what I wanted it to do.
You can't find, but what I did was I took and I put 2 paper clips at the end. I took the chain and put one paper clip, then I connected another paper clip, and then I put on so therefore my chains are longer than others because I have 2 paper clips on one chain, and on another chain I have 1, then another chain I put 3. So they're different lengths, so it looks cute like that as well.
I like it. I like it. Thanks for sharing. All
That's
right.
creative.
So then if you still have a paper clip left over, which you should, it goes in the top in the middle. So if you lay it down so that all the danglies are underneath the plate and you're looking at the 5 little stubs of chain, you can feel all the little round bubbles of the chain at the very top on top of the plate. And then put a paper clip on the middle one. And that makes it so that it hangs a little bit farther down because it's hard to get the short stubby piece onto a hook. So we use the paper clip on the top so that it'll hang down a little bit and it's easier to get it on that ceiling hook.
Finally.
Then we got a paper clip in between the ceiling hook and the metal plate. Okay, like that.
Now my brain got foggy. This is Pauline. Are we only supposed to have 2 keys?
Yeah, I only sent 2 keys to everybody.
Okay. Then I can put other things.
You can put
I can put other things on some of the other paper clips in. Okay.
Right. Yep.
If you have keys laying around, you can add some more keys. If you've got some old keys.
Well, I do have a few extras, but not to hand. But so just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something.
Yep. You can use keys and paper clips and washers, just about anything that'll make noise.
Okay.
You can have Matchbox cars if you can find a way to hook up Matchbox cars. That could look fun on your front porch.
I think somebody else had something.
I said children.
This is Carrie Bradley. I'm signing out of my house phone and signing onto my cell phone because my house phone is finna die.
Okay.
So you should see a number come in and it should be 96 and that would be mine.
Okay, I'll watch for you.
All right, thank you.
Oh, bless it.
Oh, looks like we've got several people that are just phone numbers right now. Who's 0006 313 300006 on the phone and muted. So they'd have to unmute themselves with *6. How about 313-833-8457?
That's Henrietta is her name.
Henrietta.
Okay.
Yep.
And how about 313-652-5217?
I don't know who that is.
I'm on too.
Who's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Who is that?
It's Bill Chapman.
Oh, hey,
hi,
Bill.
Bill?
Yeah,
Hey, Bill.
I didn't get my kid, so I'm jealous.
Me too. Me too, Bill.
Well, I'll pick mine up for Mary. Mary's doing an extra one for me, so.
Okay. Someone's got their TV on.
Yeah. I didn't get one either. I know. I hope y'all heard me. This is Angela.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah, we heard you.
sign up for
She's
one
got
on the
you
can't
down.
sign up?
Yes, she's got you down.
Okay.
Yeah, she has you down. And if they didn't originally sign you up for one, that may be why you didn't get it.
Yep. You
I
didn't
don't know
sign
why
up
that-
for it, you didn't get it.
Hi,
I
this
see.
is Faith Meadows again. I think I missed a step on how to apply the washers.
Okay, we kind of sort of breeze through the washers. So if you pick up a small washer, actually, hang on, I gotta somebody's got their TV on. Let's see.
Kathy, this is B. I have 3 keys.
That's okay.
So that's cool.
All right, so I have muted everybody except B and Faith at the moment. Okay, oh no, everybody's popping back up. Okay, well, we'll try. We'll try it without muting everybody. Faith, if you take the paper clip and a small washer.
A small washer on a paper clip. Uh-huh.
Yep. And so then if you slide that paper clip through the center hole of the washer.
The center hole.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it's only got one hole.
It's only got one hole.
The whole paper clip go through the hole?
No, that so the outer ring.
The outer edge. Okay, I got you.
Just like with the key. It's just a different shape. And then remember, we got to put it to the second loop.
Yes.
So that it'll dangle down and all of the spikes of the paper clip face down towards the washer.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we can hang that on there on our chain too.
Okay, I got you. Okie dokie, because I was having a hard time getting that washer to.
Washers.
There it goes. I got it.
With the big washers, you kind of mangle the paper clip a little bit and then you just squeeze it down.
Right. Okay. Now put both a big one and a small one on.
What's that?
One. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the big ones because they make a good sound, but they are harder to get on a paper.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, does everybody have a good feel for how to put this together?
Yep.
Hi, this is Joe Stewart. Can you hear me?
Yep.
What do the washers do? That may be a dumb question, but I'm just on the phone, so I don't have a screen. I can't see anything.
Oh, so everything the keys, the washers, they all make noise. They're all metal. And so
okay.
Down off the chain and the wind chime is outside and all the metal clashes against each other. So we're just making wind chimes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guess not.
Now, Angela, that one you have in front of you, last year's craft, I'm sure there's some experts on the phone. But the gist of it is you have to basically sew the string through the fabric and through the bead and through the fabric and through the bead. You have to sew it all the way through until you get everything on there.
You have to tie it first.
Yeah, you gotta tie it so they don't all fall off the end.
Yeah, you have to put the bead on the cloth and tie the cloth twice.
Oh, that's right. That was a good idea.
You gotta thread it through, then put the cloth through the bead and tie the cloth around the bead twice. Tying a bow.
Angela, does that sound feasible? Yeah, we'll send you the skiers kit and you don't have to worry about it. Linda has her hand up again. And she's muted.
Excuse me, this is Angela. I was on mute. So you will send me the one from this year?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you. Because when I got ready for the call, I put what I had out on the table and it was just beat.
Yeah, that's too bad that you didn't do last year's.
Right. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I was
Go
interested
ahead. I'm
in
gonna put
jingle
Linda's
bells.
hand down because I think shit's up on accident. Jessica.
Kathy,
Yes.
did I do this right?
I don't know. Your camera's off. I just want to play. I want to be like a kitten. I just want to play with this little bell on my desk. Anybody else just feel like playing with bells?
Where
And
are
if
you?
I still had my kitten, I would let her play with it. I would let her play with it.
Where are your kitties, Kathy?
Two of them are keeping me company. I don't know where the others are.
Oh, you have kittens?
There are 8 cats living in my house.
Oh,
Two are
I'm
mine.
coming over.
2 are mine and 6
Kathy?
belong to my roommate. Yes, Jessica?
I might have ruined it.
You can't ruin it.
You can't ruin it.
Yeah, you can't
I
mess it
bent
up.
the paper clip.
Squeeze it back together.
Bent it back.
That's the great thing about paperclip. See, for this project, I looked at wire and I looked at string and you know, everything has its own pros and cons. And the paper clips, because you can take a paper clip and you can just unfold it and then you can fold it back up.
Yep.
Right. Any old kind of way you want to, really.
Mine are getting tangled up.
Mine too, Rosemary.
Jessica, you could go raid your parents' office supply cabinet.
You know, most people only have small paper clips, but I like the big paper clips.
I love the big one.
They're the best.
Yeah, now I got them all.
This is
tangled.
fun.
Hey, I like Gwendolyn.
Kathy,
I'm going to have to get some more to put on here though.
Yeah, definitely.
To even it out because it wants to go to one side.
You know what? I'm not sure why they go to one side. I think I may have drilled the center hole crooked.
That's
They're
okay.
lopsided.
Mine
I'm
lean
done.
also. I think they all lean.
Kathy,
Someone's calling you,
I'll
Kathy.
balance it out with some more washers.
Hey, Cynthia, I like it.
All right.
That's looking good. Let me see the top. Do
David's looks good.
you have a paper clip in the middle on the top?
All tangled up.
In the middle.
Roger.
Yeah,
Got
go
the
ahead and
bell
put-
on it.
Go ahead and put a paper clip on the
How
top.
did you get tangled up like that? Dang.
You see the middle one there? That would be
Kathy,
the one
you're
to hang it
losing
up.
parts.
Put a paper clip. Put a paper clip up
Yeah,
here.
right there. Yep, right there in the
Okay.
middle. Because that way it'll
Okay,
fit on the hook better. Oh, speaking of cats, one of them came to visit me.
Hi, kitty,
All
kitty,
right.
I have 3 in the room.
Hi, kitty, kitty.
My cat is sleeping in the chair.
Hi,
Said,
everybody.
"Hey, I'm bored."
Rosemary.
Kathy.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Tyrone's on.
Hi.
I'm on.
Washers are heavier than the keys.
I can't believe it, Roger. I made it.
Hi, Tyrone.
Hi, gang.
Got it.
This is the fly, Tyrone.
I know.
Roger.
Come
Hi,
on.
Ty. I really have a big smile on my face now.
Jessica's got a question.
Roger.
Yes.
How do I get these to be tighter? Because I'm losing parts. I already had 2 of my paper clips come off.
I'm not losing parts. The paper clips want to get married and they don't want to get divorced.
Oh Lord.
Take the edges, Jessica, and squeeze them together.
Oh, boy.
And squeeze
Great.
them a little past where they should go, and they should be tighter. You squeeze them together.
I can. If I try to, then it comes off. That's my issue.
All right, I'm just gonna pull this whole thing apart because it's driving me
Yeah,
crazy.
Jessica, you might have to wait until Mom gets home.
Now, get done. Get off of there and stop that nonsense. Rosemary, you're
Is she
having
talking to her
technical
cat?
problems all over the place.
Well,
Well, because my paper clips won't behave themselves. They're like
It's
me.
all right. Mine either, Rosemary.
They've joined. They've opened the naughty door and they forgot how to shut it.
Oh,
Whip them. Tell them to behave. Whip them. Whip them.
All right, now I got you back in where you belong. Paper clips will behave. I know they don't wanna.
Oh, okay, now.
I
got a question for ya.
Go for it.
Is this looking okay?
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be smarter than this thing is.
Andrea's looks good. Oh, the
Okay,
camera's
I'm
on.
being smarter than these paper
Hey,
clips.
Andrea, hold yours closer.
I'm putting all the little doodads on the paper
Oh
clips
yeah.
first.
Do you have a paper clip on the top, Andrea, in the middle?
No, I don't. I can't get the hook on.
Oh no, the hook won't go through until you put a paper clip on there. So on the top, you have to put a paper clip in the middle.
Okay, like how? Oh,
Like this. Because it's going to have to need some distance. So if you set the metal piece down on your desk, and then oh, that's nice and warm.
Where are you pieces, you?
Okay, so you set the metal piece down on your desk, and then you find there's those 5 little nubs where the chain comes through.
yeah.
Not the dangly part of the chain, but the top, where all it is the 5 little nubs.
Yeah, come on, Beanie. Move it.
And then you put a paper clip on the middle one.
Okay.
And how do we do
That way,
about
when
the
you're
hook?
hanging it, when you hang it, it's a paper clip's distance from your hand.
Yep.
But how do you connect the hook?
Well, the hook you got to put like in the ceiling or something, and then
to the
and then you
thing
just
here.
take that center paper clip and whoop, right over the hook.
Yep.
There, I got the paper clip on.
Okay.
Okay, Kathy.
Yep.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, this is Marion Ward. What I did, I took 2 paper clips.
There we go.
And put it at the top.
Okay.
And what I did, I stretched one part. Okay, the second paper clip, I stretched a part out, and I took the one I had stretched out and put it up above the ridges on the hook, on the screw hook, and wrapped it around the screw hook real tight so it won't come off at either end. You can do it that way as well, and you can still do horizontal or vertically.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Usually when people do wind chimes, they just kind of hang it over the hook. So you mount the hook on the ceiling, and then you take that paper clip that's on the wind chime and you just whoop, hang it over the hook that's hanging off the ceiling.
Yep.
But
I see.
Okay, I got 2 instead of 1. I found an extra paper clip in my house to do the bell.
Okay. Okay. Looks like Jason's is coming along. Yep. He's got his paper clip on top there. I like it. I like it.
Jason does.
Jason's.
It's a little all right, you can take me down now, Kathy.
Hang on. I'm looking at Jason
Jason.
for a second here.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. His is looking awesome.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
How do I bend
How does
these
that look,
things? I'm struggling.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
Oh, Mike Gino's is looking
Angela.
awesome.
Hi, Angela. How you doing?
All
Mine
right.
is gonna look good when I get it done.
Well, I want to
Whatever.
congratulate you for coming up with a project that enables my limited skills to do it.
Hey.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
So I want to put the little ones on
Your
or
help.
the big ones on.
And it even sounds nice.
Good.
See, Jason, you can't be bad this year.
Got Jaws going. Who invited Jaws to this party?
It's not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Somebody got it.
I hear it too.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah.
How do I bend this? I'm struggling.
Okay,
I
so
might have to like, I don't know.
let's get a
Yeah, somebody got their iPhone going.
whatever. Doesn't matter.
See? That's who it is. There you go.
I just ignore it.
I think I found it. Nope.
Bill, you get over there. Don't get losted.
Kathy, can you see this?
Say again?
Can you see this?
No, you're on the phone. I can't see through your phone.
I'm not on the phone. Oh,
Oh, let me see. Okay. Who are we talking? Who's
this
talking?
is Shirley.
Shirley, your video's not on.
How do I? It says stop video, and I don't want to
A
stop it.
little lopsided, but
Weird.
it ain't terrible.
So now I'm gonna put.
Yeah, the computer
it's
you're hearing
more
is
the
Shirley's.
hook on the top that-
Shirley.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Shirley. Oh, V.
What?
Yeah.
Who's Hank Stam? We got a new person here. It says Hank Stam.
Make a sound.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it.
Hello, my name's Hank Stam. I'm one of the
Come on.
Western VRT students joining with the AT crowd.
Hi.
Nice.
Oh, you.
Welcome.
And I'm gonna
Shut up.
put
Shirley,
Bell.
you might
What?
want to mute Shirley because we can hear your
Well,
voice.
Shirley
Oh,
had a
no,
question.
sorry.
She was
I
trying to
did
figure out how to turn on
something.
her video so that we can see her project.
It's Alt. Try Alt V.
Alt what?
V is in
look okay?
Victor.
V is in Victor.
Hang on. As I throw everything down.
I got mine done.
Okay. Let's see.
I
Nice,
think
Anna.
I'm almost there.
Got it?
Now that I got all my paper clips to behave.
Is it on now?
All right, I'm gonna put my toys back.
Okay. Yeah.
Shut up, dumb phone.
No, I'm not gonna want it till later anyway. So.
Pieces because she only gets 2 pieces.
This was fun, Miss
Mom,
Kathy.
you would do me a
Thank you.
favor.
You're
It
welcome.
was fun.
Oh,
Shirley,
okay,
did you
I'm gonna
find your
put
video?
that
He bought
That
Oh, it
there.
won't do.
Does
Now-
it look okay?
Shirley, are you on a laptop or a tablet?
I'm on a laptop.
Okay. You should have, if you drag your mouse around, are you able to?
What does it say? I'm hearing everybody saying raise hand, lower hand.
Oh. Oh, do you have start video, stop video?
Nope.
Can you?
Who's breathing into the phone like that? Wow.
Jeez.
It's so hard to hear.
Shirley,
Yes.
are you able to see it all or are you blind?
No. Ouch. No.
Okay. So if you find the mute button, next to the mute button is the video button.
I don't think that Shirley's using screen gestures. Did you try the Alt V hotkey, Shirley?
I found the mute button.
Okay.
It should be right next to it. Did you try the Alt V hotkey?
Mute button. And what does it say?
It says start stop video.
No, that's down here. Stop
There you go.
video button. What do I? Shut up. Sorry.
David Sternman says, what command do I use to raise my hand?
Yes, that's exactly what it said.
David Sternman is on a computer and
you can hear everything everybody does. Yes.
I don't remember the shortcut. I always just use the buttons at the bottom of the screen.
Well, B said Alt V, but Alt V doesn't work.
V is for video. No, David Sternman wanted to raise his hand and he's on a computer. Does anybody remember what the shortcut is?
Oh,
Control Y.
Alt Y?
Y.
Control Y. Is to raise and lower your hand. Control Y.
All right.
Control key.
Try Control Y or Alt Y.
It's Alt.
There you go.
Sorry, Shirley.
All right, I think I got him. I got him all.
That's
on
all
there.
right.
Yay.
I'm pretty sure I got it done.
B, do you know your hand is still up?
There.
I think I've got it. Yes.
All right. And Marion's hand is up. Marion, is your hand up on purpose?
I'm sorry about that. I must have hit it with my chin.
Put your chin in your pocket.
Checking.
Oh, that's weird.
Do we have any other questions on this project? Is everybody?
Kathy, take me down.
Take me down.
Take me down.
Okay, I'm through.
I've got one question, Joe Stewart.
Go ahead, George. Joe.
I'm just on the phone, so what do I have to push to raise my hand?
Star 9.
Star 9.
Star 9. Yep. Thank you.
Hey, Wayne, I saw you flashing your wind chime there. Nice. Do you have a paper clip on the top in the center?
Whoops.
Oh.
I put my paper clip in the wrong.
Hey, Wayne, do you have a paper clip on the top in the center?
I lost my.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Does wind chime look okay?
Is that Andrea?
Yes.
Angela.
Tell Smokey he did a great job.
I did.
Tell Smokey.
Smokey.
Job.
Yeah, that other cat, that was Beanie, but yeah, I had 2 of them. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Beanie did a great job putting your wind chime together.
Well, Ruffy said I don't want to have anything to do with this stuff because it's making Mom upset. She's yelling at some paper clips.
You gotta be careful. The cat will steal your paper clip. Hide them under the fridge.
No, mine doesn't play with stuff like that. He's a rather odd cat.
He's afraid of the mouse even.
Yep. He don't even like the squeaky mouse.
I see your hand, Joe. It worked.
Yeah, I had a question.
Okay.
How do I, do we just have to like open,
sound, but that's all right.
to get the big washer inside the paper clip? Do we just have to like open up the paper clip and then put it back again?
Yep, just switch it.
Yep, just stretch it a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Talking.
They don't make a lot of noise, but that's all right.
Hey, I like it, Wayne. Look at that. She's got 2 paper clips on top now. That'll hang nice. That'll catch a lot of wind.
Miss Kathy,
Yes.
with me having ADHD, this is almost like a fun toy to play with.
Yeah.
It's like all I want to do is just sit here and look at it and watch it tingle.
Meow, 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 meow.
That is ignoring me.
You give me a new toy to play with. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Do you all see my hand?
Who's
No,
hand?
ma'am.
I've been Angela.
Well, just jump right in.
Huh?
The only people with their hands up don't know their hands are up right now. So.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, what's the use of having that one?
Go ahead.
Okay, this is Angela.
What's your
Can I
question,
say
Angela?
something? When,
Yeah,
okay,
I
with
just
the
noticed something.
Hang on a
well,
second.
I could have said you said you're gonna call me privately, but how do you?
Okay, Angela, go ahead and unmute yourself. I muted everybody because there was way too much noise. I couldn't hear you. Angela, go ahead and unmute yourself. *6. Okay, what's your question?
Now, like everybody is doing it, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, what do you do? Do you knot the string, or do you how do you get this started? 'Cause I'm like, I'm just sitting here.
I'll send you the right one.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, just I don't know.
Yeah, you'll just have to listen, Angela. You have last year's project, remember?
Yeah, because they didn't send me this.
We can send you a recording of last year's craft instructions.
Okay. All right.
We can call you and talk you through it. So I just want to say we've got about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes for our next session. And so if you have any
I'm
other
gonna do some more raffle winners. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Here we go.
Spin that wheel.
Tyrone! Tyrone is a raffle winner. And Margaret. Did Margaret ever make it in?
Margaret did not make it in. She tried several times, and I just talked to her, and she kind of gave up. So
Well, she's still a winner.
I told her I'd
You
send her
mean-
the recording.
Hi, Kathy.
Hey,
There goes Tyrone.
I won.
Hey, Ty.
you won, and so did Selena Parker.
How much money? How much money do I
It's
get?
a gift card, and so we
Gift
have
card.
some of them that are 20 and some are 25, and Roger's just going to randomly put them in envelopes and send them out to people. So you get what you get.
Well, look,
All
I want to
right.
go. I want to go to Vegas.
We only have gift cards to national stores, so you're
Oh,
probably
man.
going to Walmart.
All right.
No Vegas for you.
No Vegas for me. All right.
Hi, Tyrone.
Hey, I
This is
see
the
how
fly.
it is.
All right, so we got
Okay,
Selena
so-
Parker is our next winner. Woo!
Lena.
And Portia.
All right.
Thank you.
And Kashania. All right.
I wonder where Mike Smith is.
He's around. He's been on all day.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Royal Oak.
I'm going back on mute now, you guys.
Okay.
Carnival. I'm calling in.
Carl on? All
Hey,
right, Carl.
Hey, Carl. It's Carnival. I'm calling in.
Yep.
I get my time together already. It's ringing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Hey, Carl. How you doing? I was just checking in. All right.
Roger, you got that rename?
Let's see. I'm trying to find it here.
Angela, you funny. Angela, you funny.
Which one?
Well, I gotta be funny.
Carl, can you say something again?
I hear you. Well, I gotta be funny.
Our
What I
special
do?
guests are online for our next session. Roger, you want to introduce them?
Sure. So we have several people from Western Michigan University. I have not seen JJ yet.
I see him.
Okay. So we have JJ Meadow from AT Guys. And with him are going to be the several grad students and the head of the, well, I'm not even sure what the program is called, but Dr. Elise Connors. And she has several folks with her, Alec Panicki, Osmond Karoba, Hank Stam, and Lisa Irving are going to be talking about some technology stuff. So why don't I give it to JJ, and he's going to kind of moderate this session. So if you guys want to mute yourselves and take it away.
Can I just say we also have Michelle
Oh, yeah.
Jimenez also here.
Right. Sorry, I forgot. I
That's
saw
all right.
that, and then I forgot to mention that. So sorry, Michelle.
Okay.
Oh, let's hit the There we go.
Go ahead. By my
was
count,
like-
we passed 70 people.
I was like, why is no one answering me? There we go. This should be better. Can you? Hey, Roger, how you doing?
We can hear you, JJ.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for joining today.
Well, cool. So I think what we're going to do over this next hour, and thank you so much for inviting all of us along. What we're going to do is just talk about a little bit of technology stuff. The students from Western have joined me. They're going to talk about some really cool apps if you happen to have a smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, that's okay as well. We're going to talk about some other options, and we're going to leave plenty of time for your tech Q&A. So if you have any burning tech questions, hold them for the end of our little presentation, and we'll try to leave some time and do our best we can to answer them. So as Roger said, my name is JJ. I am blind myself, and also I'm blind myself and also the co-founder of AT Guys. So we do a lot of access technology products. I'm over here in Kalamazoo, so not too far at all. We do lots of tech stuff and products and training and things like that as well. What I'm going to do first, though, is hand it over to Elise, and I'll let you handle the next little bit in whichever way you want. And we have some people that are going to talk about some really cool apps that are available. So go ahead, Elise, take it away.
Great. Thanks, JJ.
Go Broncos.
Yeah, go Broncos. Thank you. And actually, I'm going to hand it right over to the students. So, Michelle, I'm going to ask you to go first just because I happen to see you.
Okay, no problem. My name's Michelle Jimenez. I'm a grad student in the Vision Rehab Therapy program at Western. And the app that I'm going to show you guys today, it is for the iOS devices. It's called iNote, and that's EYENOTE. And what this is a currency or a money identifier. This is an app that is completely free. And when you open the app, I'm going to turn it up so you guys can hear it here. So this app, if you have some vision, it's going to pop up a little box in the middle of the screen that's going to tell you the denomination and whether it's the front or the back of the bill. And it also says USD for US denomination. And there's no other buttons on this screen. So it's just a point and it'll tell you what it is. If you are not sighted and you want landmarks, if you set your phone camera that's typically in the top right corner of the bottom of your phone, if you set it down on the corner and just pull up away from the bill, it's going to identify it. So I do have a few bills here that I'm going to demonstrate this app with. And see if we can get the first one here. So I'm going to set my camera on my phone directly, just lay it flat on top of the bill, and I'm going to lift up. $1 back. So this is saying that it's the back of a $1 bill. Back. Put another one down here and see what it says. $5 front. So this is the front of a $5 bill. Front. Let's try one more here. $20 back. So it's saying that this is the back of a $20 bill. So $20. The nice thing about this app, like I said again, is there's nothing else that this app does. So you don't have to worry about, like in Seeing AI, getting to the currency option. You simply just open it and you point your camera at a bill and it's going to tell you what that denomination is. There are some other apps that you can get for money identification. Most of them do cost, or some of them it will identify some of the lower denomination bills. But if you want to get anything higher than like a $5 bill, then you have to purchase the app. So this is a really great one. Again, you can use Seeing AI as well. Does have a currency option. Super Sense is another app that does offer a currency option, and then also Cash Reader, which that's one that I was saying if you want the higher denominations, you do have to purchase a plan with them. And I believe for the Androids, there is an app called Ideal that you can use to identify money as well.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks.
I have a question.
Sure.
Do you have to be online with these to have them work?
I would assume that this probably does require some kind of data or Wi-Fi connection.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure if they've downloaded the data on those or not. I know for a lot of. Oh, yeah. I'll see if I can look it up quickly.
Yeah, and I think I have my Wi-Fi turned off right now, but it could possibly be pulling through data.
It seems like for a simple repetitive action, it should remember what money looks like, and it should not need an internet connection.
Okay.
Well, you would hope so.
Terry Bradley.
Hey, Michelle, for the app
Yes,
that you're demonstrating, you don't need data for that. It automatically just comes on.
Okay, so it will automatically recognize it. Okay.
Yeah, for the app.
Thanks, Osmond.
Perfect.
That's
I have a question.
Andrea has a
Terry
question.
Bradley. I have a question. Can you give me the app? Can you tell me what the app is again?
We're going to put together a list and we'll send it out at the end.
Oh, great. Okay, great. Thanks.
Perfect. Yes.
I use Super
Terry
Sense
Bradley.
oh, sorry.
I do have the cash identifier, and it does cost $10. And once you buy it, it's supposed to belong to you. But I did previously have one called Look Tell Money Reader. I think that's the name of it. And it just stopped working about 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
they no longer
So
maintain that one.
Right, correct.
that's correct. So even though you do have the data and you're offline, if they stop doing the app, then it will not be any good for you anyway. So thank you.
I had the Look Tell Money Reader, and it stopped working too. But I have Cash Reader. I tried the Seeing AI, and it didn't work for me, or iNote. But I've got Cash Reader now, and that was $17. But the Super Sense for a year is $50. A lifetime is $100, or like $4 or $5.99 a month
Correct.
for Super Sense.
Yep.
But on the other hand, if you're ever looking for to get cash back, like on products that you buy, there's apps called Fetch Rewards or Shopkick or Ibotta, and them are fairly screen user friendly for the blind. I've got those.
There's so many cool apps. Let's how about we have the let's get through the rest of the app demos. That way everyone, and then we can we'll have plenty of time. Not trying to cut you off. That way we can cover. There's so many cool things out there. So
Great, Alec, do you want to go next?
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. My name is Alec Panici, and I too am a graduate student at Western Michigan University in the Visual Rehabilitation Therapy program. And the app I am going to be discussing is Script Talk Mobile. Script Talk is a free phone app or a standalone device the size of a portable CD player called a Script Station that allows users to have medication labels read to them aloud. Script Talk was developed to help those who are blind, low vision, or print impaired safely and independently manage their own medications. It uses an RFID chip in a sticker, radio frequency identification, and it's placed somewhere on the prescription bottle that you can scan with your smartphone or the Script Station. And again, it reads aloud anything from just the dosage and the drug's name to instructions, warnings, your doctor's phone number, who was the prescribing doctor, who was the pharmacist, all of that. It's actually really a lot of information. So it can be downloaded through the Apple App Store or Google Play under the name Script Talk Mobile. That's Script, SCRIPT, TALK, one word. So Script Talk is one word there. When you download it, you can either choose to register it or you can skip right through it and start using it immediately. One thing that I have found with Android users is it is important to make sure that your NFC is turned on. So that's your near field connection. That's what's going to be able to help you take the RFID chip and communicate it with your phone. Once it's downloaded, you can use it right away. There's no advertisements. There's 5 on-screen options, so it's very simple to use. Full scan, quick scan, My Meds, Find Pharmacies, and Help. Super simple. Quick scan, like I kind of mentioned earlier, medication and dosage, right? So it's just kind of that high line. You're trying to take your meds. Cool, this is the one I need. Where the full scan is, again, it's a pretty exhaustive list of information that it provides for you. A nice feature is the My Meds tab that also saves everything that you've scanned in. So if there was a medical emergency and maybe somebody needed to know what medications you have been taking, that's a nice place to kind of have everything all in one place. So Script Talk, where can you get this? So I
have a quick question. You said it reads the RFID in the bottle on the label. Is that where?
So there's a little sticker. There's a little sticker that has the chip in it, if you will, and they put it either on the bottom of the bottle or on the top of the lid, and you get it close to your phone, which I'll demonstrate here in a minute. And
is that a special thing you have to ask the pharmacy?
So I've been calling around to a few pharmacies just trying to get a full picture and how much it's actually used, which is really cool. So Rite Aid, Walmart, and some mail order companies like Aetna RX, All American Medical, and Caremark Mail Order have this available. So all you need to do, talk to your pharmacist. You can call them on the phone, whether you're in person, and all they do is they just kind of put a note in your file. Hey, with these medications, they have requested Script Talk be put on there. So there's no forms, there's no hoops to jump through. It's quite literally, you just ask your pharmacist and you're good to go. Yeah, no forms. Script Talk is the name brand of this kind of technology, but CVS and Walgreens have also kind of had their own spin-offs and their own standalone units that, you know, obviously you have to go through Walgreens in order to get that, or like I said, CVS, but it's very similar. So, you know, that's another accessibility option if you don't use Rite Aid or Walmart pharmacy and the like. It's through envisionamerica.com. So that is the easiest way to get any more information. And let me turn my phone up here and let's give it a quick demo.
Find out what kind of drugs he's on.
Script Talk Mobile. So we're gonna go with a quick scan first.
Ready to scan. Amoxicillin 250 milligrams capsule.
Does everybody get that? Can we hear that?
Say it again.
Yep.
Amoxicillin 250 milligrams capsule.
So all I'm doing is just kind of moving this bottle of prescription kind of over the earpiece on the iPhone.
250 milligrams cancel.
And it picks right up. So that's the quick scan.
Ready to scan. Cancel button.
And
Script Talk Mobile. Script Talk Mobile full scan button. Ready to scan.
so here is the full scan information.
Place Script Talk label over yours.
Patient name, medication. Yeah.
Patient name, John. Patient name, group.
John Smith. I mean, it gives instructions, quantity, fill date, expiration dates, remaining refills, prescriber, availability, your prescription number, all warnings. Again, a very exhaustive list here. So I really recommend this for anybody that's trying to independently manage their own medication, or anybody that you may know that this can help out with. Very simple. Like I said, no hoops to really jump through. All you're really doing is asking your pharmacist, you know, if they have this available for them.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Shoot.
Okay. For those of us that don't have iPhones, are those accessible for Android?
It is. So it's Android and iOS compatible. And again, it's Script Talk, one word, then followed by mobile is the name of the app. So Script Talk Mobile. And like I mentioned briefly, you might have to go in your settings and ensure that NFC is turned on, because that's what allows the bottle and the phone to communicate to give you that information.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Hank. Usman.
Tyrone has a question real quick. Tyrone, do you have a question real quick?
Sorry.
His hand's up. Maybe he doesn't know his hand's up. Tyrone, you're muted.
Where's the
R6?
NFC in the settings? Where's that at?
Are you on iPhone or iOS?
iPhone.
Then I can't help you.
Or iOS.
You shouldn't have to do anything in the settings. It should just work.
I was just going to say, so with mine, I just downloaded it and it worked immediately. I had my cousin who has an Android phone. He needed to turn his on because he just didn't have his on. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I have, the Android, and I didn't know how to do what you all are doing.
It might just work too, especially newer phones. It's just going to depend.
I've got a new phone as of a couple months ago, and my Android has it off by default. NFC and contactless payment, but I just simply went into settings and use the search in settings for NFC, and it took me right to it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you don't have to know where it is in the settings. You just ask.
The search thing is really, yep.
Search engine, yeah.
Well, search has inside settings in my Android phone. There's a little magnifier for search. I'm going to put Tyrone's hand down because apparently he's not going to talk to us.
Hey, that's not actually Tyrone, because I think I labeled that number wrong. So now I don't know what the number was.
Oh no.
I'm here,
yeah,
Captain.
there's Tyrone down there.
I didn't have a question. Nope.
No, it's
No
the
question.
mystery. It's the unknown, the non-Tyrone.
Go ahead, Tyrone, if you have a question.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Elise. Who's next on your list? Thank you, Alan.
Usman, can you talk about TuneIn Radio?
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds good. My name is Usman. I'm also a student at Western, one of Ali's students. So I'm gonna be talking about tuning radio. So you can get tuning radio on your iPhone or Android, and you can also get it from online. Just go to tuningradio.com and you can navigate the same thing as you do on your phones.
Can you spell that?
Tuning radio. So tune TUNE and then radio.
RADI.
All one word, yeah. And
so if I do it by Google, how would I do it? Just say tune in to tuneinradio.com.
If you have an Android, just ask Google, hey Google, open tuning radio.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And my Google Home just says, sorry, I don't understand. Anyway.
So each time I want to do it, I would have to say that, correct?
That's correct. Or you can use the talkback and navigate to the app itself.
Okay. Okay.
So you can download the app from Google Play, and then you can just navigate either with your talkback or with the screen reader on your.
I have a question. This is Joe Stewart.
Yes.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, is this an app? Is it TuneIn Radio app? Is this what this is?
Yes, yes.
So we can go to the App Store and get it?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's
Joanne.
It's one word, tune in. TUNEIN.
He hasn't even told you what it does yet. You all.
You have to be able to write it down. You got to have a title on your page before you can write down. That's what it does.
All right. So
someone was asking a question. I don't know.
Any more questions before I move on?
Keep going.
Go ahead.
Okay. So you guys are excited. So tuning radio, as the name sounds like, it's a radio station or radio app. You can listen to different local radios, radio stations. You can listen to international radio stations. Like I am from Liberia, so I listen to radio stations from Liberia, which is in West Africa, a lot. You can listen to podcasts. So all of those stuff are free. You can also get a subscription for it, which is like $15 a month, and you can listen to NFL radios or NFL games. You can listen to NBA games and hockey games, different sports, even soccer. You can listen to soccer on there with the subscription. You can also listen to some audiobooks like Audible on there also with the subscription. You can listen to local news or national and international news. Those are free. You don't have to pay for those. But for any, in terms of like sports or books or commercial free, you have to pay or subscribe for those, which is $15 a month. And your subscription, you can use on your app from different phones to different phones, as long as you remember your username and password. You can also log in on your laptop if you choose to, and listen to it that way too. So I am going to open the app itself. Let me slow this down so you can you guys hear my voiceover?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna open it. So once when you open the app for the first time, if you've been using it before, it will take you right away to the station that you're listening to before you close the app. So I'm gonna close the station I was listening to. I was listening to a football game, which there's no football game now. So I'm gonna move from east to west on my app, on the app itself. So east to west, and it has like local. It has your profile. For you, it's like stations that you've been listening to, and I'm gonna click on the next one is local radio. I'm gonna click on that, and I'm gonna keep swiping. So it's first start with FM. You can also navigate this by headings if you choose to as well. I'm gonna click on the first radio station, local radio station in my area, which is WCSG. Just double tap on that, and it's loading. There we go. And if you want, you can stop, pause it.
Audio now unmuted.
You can use the voiceover gesture, 2-finger double tap to pause it, or 2-finger double tap to play it again. So that's about. But you can listen to different stations. You can search for stations. So on the left, on the bottom of the screen, I'm going east to west. It has your library. That's where all the stations that you've been listening to. That's where all of them are. Search. And then premium is your subscriptions. And it'll tell you like what's coming up this week, or what's going to be happening in terms of like sports lineup or things like that, things of that nature. That's Toonie Radio.
This is Joanne.
Go ahead.
Am I on? Okay. Yep. Please forgive me because this has not to do with the radio. It has to do with, is that you, Ozzy?
Yes.
Do you remember coming up north to Alpena, Michigan with a load of blind kids to camp?
Yes, I believe so.
You better. This is Joanne, and you were up here, and you have a whole fan base in Alpena, Michigan. We were at Camp Chick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear you that I could not contain myself.
It's good to hear you too. Hear your voice. Yeah.
Do you still do blind camp?
No, right now I'm back to college, getting my master's in VRT, and then
hey.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. We love this guy. I know you don't remember being up here, Ozzy. We're almost at the top of Michigan.
No, I do. Now, since you brought it up, yeah, it was like 2012, 2013, over there.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah.
We say winter camp is like a family reunion.
Oh, I just never knew where you ended up. And I'm so happy to hear you. You made my day. Okay, go on with the meeting.
Thanks, Usman. We have two more students, Lisa and Hank, and they're both going to be talking about different game apps. So either one of you.
Hello, this is Hank. My name is Hank Stam. I am a Western Michigan University VRT graduate student, and I am going to be discussing blindfold games. I have to say I enjoyed so much listening in on all of you working on the craft project. Having spent a long time in youth ministry, I was sitting here listening and just smiling. And, you know, one of the classes we have to take is gerontology. And we talk all the time about the fact that people don't change as they get older. And I just loved hearing all the laughing and giggling and smiling. So bravo, good job, all of you. Those of you that were holding up your wind chimes, they looked great. I just sat here muted and listened. So it was a great job. So anyway, all that being said, one of the phrases that I make Usman laugh every time I say it is I digress. So I'm discussing blindfold games. Having listened to some of the questions that you've had for the other VRTs, I currently am using a iPhone SE. It is the newest update to the iOS, so it's 15.2, I believe, if I remember correctly. This is an app from the iPhone, or excuse me, from the Apple Store. According to Google, it is available in the Android Store and Google Play as well, on things such as Android KitKat, Lollipop, Marshmallow, Nougat. I have no idea what any of those mean because I am not an Android user and haven't had the opportunity to play with them yet. But according to the Google, as I said, it is available. One of the beautiful things about blindfold games, let me make sure my iOS voiceover is turned on here.
Voiceover on. Tips in iCloud.
And all of you are able to hear that?
Double tap to
Can I just get one person? Okay, great. So in the iOS voiceover, you download the Blindfold Games app, and I'm just going to open that real quick so you get an idea. And Blindfold Games has over 79 games available to play. Things like bingo, Pong, and I'm just going to
Rose 2 to 9 of 79.
scroll through down there. You can hear there's 79 different entertainment options. I wouldn't say that all of them are games. There are some options such as bird songs, where it would give you different bird songs and you get to guess things like that. But the game that I downloaded, because personally I love it, I've missed being able to play it because sadly my kids are getting older and they don't want to play with me anymore. So I downloaded, they call it Sea Battle, and it's basically Battleship. We probably all remember playing Battleship at one time or another, and we probably all that have played it remember accusing whoever we were playing against of cheating. And I have a feeling the computer still cheats sometimes. But I started a game because you don't want to hear me have to place all of my ships, but I have one last ship to place, and it's the patrol boat.
Sea Battle.
So I'm opening this back up.
Blindfold Sea Battle.
It's currently in a game, and the entire screen is your touch area. So it will tell you where you're currently located at.
E7, open.
So if I wanted to place my ship there, it would tell me, as you heard, it said open. Or if I scroll down,
Open. E9, F.
and I'm moving that around using just a one finger touch. Now, as I said, I have a patrol boat to place. It's only 2 spots. So I'm on E9, which tells me I still have one more space left below that E9 because it goes to 10. To place that ship, I double tap with 2 fingers.
You must first set up hosting to a social network in the settings screen. F8, open.
Of course it. Huh?
G8, open.
Okay.
You must first set up host.
Come on. It was working perfectly just a moment ago.
Open. H7, open. You must first. H6.
Ah, of course. Okay, so to go back to the main screen.
Once you set that up, though.
Yeah, once you set it up. I actually have played about a dozen games on
I
here.
believe you.
So
Direct touch area. B1. B.
So.
B3. C3. Open. D3.
Yep. So, of course, it, to quote my VRT, computers are great when they work, aren't they? So, but what happens is as you double tap and you've placed your ships, it will tell you all of your ships are placed. And then as you move around the screen, when it's your turn to play.
Voiceover off. Open. Voiceover on. Blindfold Sea Battle.
It'll tell you where you're at. And then to fire, and I'm just going to turn this off now because otherwise I'm having to yell to be heard over the game. You double tap and you get a really cool firing sound. You'll hear the shell traveling down the tube. You'll hear it leaving the tube. And then if you miss, you get a big old splash. And if you hit, you get a big old explosion. Of course, as I said, I have 2 kids here at home. They heard, oh, Dad's doing something fun. What is that? And they come over and they're watching over my shoulder. And of course, I've got the screen blacked so they can't see anything. And they're like, how do you know where it's at? And you get an opportunity to explain to your kids or sighted people how we, as people who are visually impaired, navigate the world. We're hearing the cues. Another thing I like as a VRT personally is it's practicing those motions, the double taps, the 2-finger motions, the 3-finger motions, the single finger. I just had a great time with it. I think it's an absolutely fantastic app. I've downloaded the bingo game as well. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. But as I said, I've had a great time with it. I introduced it to one of the the OT at the Blind Training Center here in Kalamazoo on Thursday. She immediately downloaded it and she started playing some of the different games and said, wow, this is fantastic. I didn't even know it existed. So it's been available in the Apple App Store since 2018. You can play it without data or Wi-Fi. So it does save to your phone. Any questions from there?
Yes, this is David. I have a iPhone SE that I just got a couple months ago. So if I wanted to download this app, what all I do is go to the Apple App Store to download it?
Yes, it is available in the Apple App Store under Blindfold, BLINDFOLD games. Once you download that app, you need to go into the app, select the game that you might want to play, and you'll scroll down through. There's, as I said, there's 79 options.
Right.
Double click on the one you want, and then it takes you back to the App Store and you download that game then. So you actually would end up with two different icons on your home screen.
Okay.
And then of course, from there, you know, we have the options of creating a hierarchical system and saving those into one folder, which I personally recommend so that they're easier to find. But, you know, it's to each their own. Whatever you know, it's your world. We're just living in it. You do what works best for you. So, so once you have the game open or into the folder that you want, you can open, and as I said, the 79 different options. The birdsong one was kind of fun to listen to and guess different bird calls. And I haven't played Pong. I don't know how Pong would work yet. You know, since how
I
it
have
would
a
track
question.
across.
All right.
Yes, sir.
My question is, when you're playing these games, can you turn off the music? It kind of gets nerve-wracking, you know? Can you turn the music off?
It does. I haven't played with it enough yet to find out if you can turn off the music. But you're right, it does get a little nerve-wracking. Thankfully, when I've played it, typically the games are short enough that it doesn't get too nerve-wracking. And you know, obviously, I have the sound cranked up as high as it'll go right now. You know, as you turn it down, the voice is loud enough over the music that even if you have it turned down to 20%, the music fades into the background and the voice is still able to be picked up quite clearly.
Now, I have I have a very, 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 very important question.
Yes.
I have one too.
I hope you guys can answer this one. Okay. Is there a football game that we can play for the blind?
Well, let's find out.
Direct touch area. Tips.
With John Madden on it.
I'm just with John Madden on it.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm going to leave that one for the AT guys.
That's going to be on your Xbox or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, then I have a question then. If you get the Xbox or the PlayStation 2 or 3 with the John Madden games, can a blind person play those games along with the audio?
That's a whole separate conversation, but short answer, kind of. But
kind of. Okay, I'll have to get back to you guys on that one. Okay, because
yep, and I'm going to include, and I think I'm going to contact information too. So
my name is Henrietta. I want to know, can you play the games on your phone with somebody else if they chime in, like say the bingo, and if somebody else want to play with you, can you play it with someone if they have the same kind of phone you have?
Give me a moment. Let me find out for you.
I think Blindfold are mostly single player, but I could be wrong. And they might. I'm bingo, or I have not played all 79 of them.
Yes, it appears that you cannot. There are other games that you can play with other people. I focused only on the single player games, though.
I think you just segued us nicely because I think you're doing Dice World, right?
Yes. Yep.
There's one that you can
Because
play.
I think it'd be fun if you're playing with somebody.
Well,
against
I'm
somebody.
going to go ahead and mute myself, and Lisa's going to take over. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks.
I'm Lisa. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. So we know that all work and no play is no fun. And when I need to chill out from my graduate studies as a vision rehabilitation therapy student, someone who teaches activities of daily living and other skills, I like to play Dice World. And Dice World is a very non-visual friendly game for folks with low vision or no vision. You can change the settings to have different contrast settings in the background or to have dice with different settings. So what's in Dice World? They have Farkle, they have Yahtzee, they have Threes, they have 124, and another game that I'm not familiar with. All of these games are fun. You can play against, it says play against the computer, but you do this on your phone. And within playing the computer, you can play against Arnold Schwarzenegger and other people. And kind of fun. And if political figures too. Also, for this particular app, you will need to go in and set up a profile. And it's really not any different than creating your username, your email, and a password. And I'm just quickly going to open up the app so you can hear. And my
conversations +1 6 flash.
Okay, you don't want that. Open Dice World.
Dice World updating complete.
Okay, so I'm now on Dice World, and I have a dark mode on Dice World, and I'm actually going to go into
New game button. Play computer, beat them and gain experience.
So I'm going into new game, and I can choose to play the computer, choose to get in a queue and be matched with somebody, or play a previous opponent. And in this instance, I'm going to play computer.
Play computer. Off's the name. Dice is the game. Chill. Arnold, do it.
I'm playing with Arnold. Arnie and I are playing Farkle.
Oh Lord.
And this app works with just swipe and tap gestures.
Roll button. Roll dimmed. 2 4 2 2 2 2.
Oh.
Twos. Plus
All right.
Roll. Select all. Button. Select all. Bank 800. Bank dimmed.
Now Arnie is playing. Okay, so you get the gist of the game.
Returns to bank score.
And it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward with lots of different options. Please, I welcome your questions.
May I ask a question, please?
Absolutely.
Yes. On these games, on these apps, do they come on your computer? Can you just put them on your computer, your desk computer, or your laptop? And also, do they have board and card games?
Do they have what?
Board games, like, board games, dominoes, board games on them. And do they have card games?
It's, first off, I only use Dice World on my iPhone. I downloaded it from the App Store. It's free. Free is good. And I believe it's on Android. JJ,
Yes.
maybe you can speak to that. Yay. Okay, and JJ, is this available from the computer? I don't think it is.
So this
in the game that was the one that was before this one.
No, Blindfold is only on iPhone.
So you take it with you everywhere you go then. And as far as board games, not at this time, just the 5 games that I mentioned.
Okay, thank you.
As for the computer, I'll mention in a minute. But there are a couple what you can play some of these similar games. There's some online game sites, and I'll mention them in my part in a minute. So.
Okay, thank you. Can I ask a question?
Yes. Question.
This is Angela.
Angela.
Now I know there's a lot of iPhone games and this and that, but like I said, I'm still with the Android. And is it a variety of games for Android, and are they, or some of them I need to know, like maybe the free ones or whatever?
Okay, so Dice World is an app, and inside the app there are 5 games.
6.
And 6, okay. And yes, this is available on Android. Did I answer your question, Angela?
Yes, but are they? Will I have to pay for them? That's what I'm asking.
No, free is good.
Okay.
It's free.
Okay, free is really good. Yes, it
Free
is.
is really
Okay.
good. And the other thing
Yeah.
I
What is
wanted,
the cost of blindfold?
I did want to mention, I do want to mention that with Dice World, there is a chat feature. Just be mindful when you're chatting. Different people have different intentions.
Right. Can you get it from Google? Can I Google and get to it?
On Google Play, probably.
Google Play. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Android App Store.
And I think I stepped on somebody and trying to ask a question.
I'm sorry.
Somebody was asking how much blindfold costs. I'm not sure if.
Sorry. Blindfold Games is a free app. Again, I did look it up. I'm sitting in front of my computer at the moment. It does say that there is an APK version, which would be the Android package of the Blindfold Games app. And I just double checked. It does look like in settings you are able to actually vary the music level, select different music. So, like for instance, if you were playing Sea Battle, you can select ocean noises, so you just hear waves. And you can turn the volume up or down within the settings as well. So you have the choice of soft, medium, or high, or to quiet. So it's just the voice. Depending on your option, you have, again, the world is your oyster. You get to choose. So Blindfold is a free app.
This is
Jamie.
Rosemary.
I play Dice World a lot. I play with people, and plus I play with the computer.
This is Rosemary, and I have both Dice World and Blindfold Games on my iPad instead of the iPhone, and I like it better there.
Nice.
This is David. I had a question for Michelle. How is the I Know app different from Seeing AI?
Is Michelle still on? David, as far as I understood it, iNote is focused on just being a money identifier.
Okay.
It's single action and it's free, where Seeing AI has multiple features.
All right, because I just started using Seeing AI, and yeah, I know there's more than one feature with it.
All right.
Yeah, that answers it. Thank you.
All right, let's table any questions until the end.
I did have one other thing. Somebody had asked about being able to play against other people. I believe from the AT guys, they might be going into RS Games, which is another app that is available on your computer that you are able to play against people. If not, if you don't go into it, at least it is just R, the letter R, S, and then Games. It is an official online play app, and it is designed for accessibility for people with visual impairment. So there are options out there. We're not saying that you can't do it. We're just saying that wasn't what we were planning on covering right here at the moment. So
Thanks, Hank. I think JJ is going to take it from here, and he'll tell us more about that.
Yeah, sure. So I'm just going to cover a couple of things really quickly. So we got about 15 minutes left as far as this other stuff. So I'm going to cover a couple of things. Everything that I've mentioned, I've made note. I will send them over to you, Roger, as well, so you can include them in list of resources and links that are out there. A couple of things that came to mind as you guys were presenting the apps, and thank you so much for doing that. It was awesome, very cool as well. There's a couple of things that you may be aware of, but you might not be aware of. But if you are aware, just a reminder. The U.S., for anyone here in the U.S., is entitled to a free standalone currency reader. So if you've never ordered one of those, it's through the U.S., the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Anyone can get a free iBill. And so there's a link for that. I will send that along to Roger. That's one of those things that you can get for free. It's just a little handheld thing, and that is a thing that you can get. Another non-phone thing that I've picked up in the last year or two that I find really handy. I actually got on Amazon. It's a talking meat or a talking cooking thermometer. The brand is Kaizen, Kizen. Again, I'll send this all along, and it's only $17, so it's a really cheap talking food thermometer, and it has a folding probe. So as soon as you unfold the probe, and I just did, you can press the middle button.
77.0 degrees Fahrenheit.
So I do a lot of grilling and such, and I want to make sure that I'm actually not eating raw meat. So I can stick, you got to wait about 5 seconds for it to kind of adjust to the correct temperature, but it does a really good job. So it's a simple and pretty cheap thermometer compared to the ones that we used to spend $50-$60 on. So that's one I just wanted to point out.
I have one of those.
Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? And
Yeah, they're real good.
They're cool and they're cheap.
Yes, they are.
For anyone who's not aware, our website is atguys.com, and I will again send along. We have a phone number and an email and anything. So we sell lots of tech products that go with your phone. So I'm not going to turn this into too much of a commercial, but just letting you know we have speakers and headsets and keyboards and lots of things that go with smartphones at atguys.com. So we are happy to try to help you find things. If you're looking for stuff for phones, everything that we sell, of course, is accessible because we wouldn't have it any other way. So that is the thing that we do. A couple of new things that we have over there that you might be interested in is we have a new version of what you'd call a portable power bank. So this is what you plug your phone into when you're not near an outlet and you want to charge your phone. Now, the difference between the one that we have is it's accessible. So if I press this little button on the side, oops, there we go. It beeped 4 times. So that tells me that this power bank is fully charged. So if it were to beep 2 times, it would be half charged, or 1 time it would be a quarter charged.
That's cool.
So that you can plug in your charging cable from your iPhone, your Android phone, or a Bluetooth speaker, or anything that has a USB cable. You can plug that into here, and you could charge your iPhone up to there's 2 sizes. One that would charge your iPhone about 3 times, and one that would charge it about 6 times. The smaller one's $75. The bigger one's $99. So that's one of the new things that we have. Now, if anyone here is not, you just don't want to do the smartphone thing, there is a newer version of what's called the Blind Shell. That is a phone that has tactile buttons on it, has actual keys, so actual buttons. I'm not sure if anyone is watching the video feed, but I'll hold it up for anyone who is. It has tactile buttons. There's a big dot on the number 5. There's a whole bunch of keys on it. And every feature on the phone talks. So it's a simple phone. It does phone calls. It does text messages. It does contacts. It does a few extra things if you want it to do it. Like it does have a web browser and email and things like that. So that's a new phone. That's a new thing that's available as well.
Hey, JJ.
Yeah.
You said for those of us who can see you, your camera's off.
Oh, yeah, I turned it off. You're right. I turned it off when I walked away. Haha, just kidding.
All right. Yeah. For those of us who are following along.
There you go. There it is. Now can you see that?
You got to hold it right near your chest. Your camera is aimed
hold on.
Below your shoulders to your belt.
What's up with the cat? See, this is I thought I had that all.
Okay, you just put it right there in the center of your chest and we can see it.
Oh, it's on the wrong cam. Let me get on the real cam.
Hey,
that's the webcam I actually wanted to use. See, even our tech guy, even us tech people, we mess stuff up. But this is the phone.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yes, you can slow that down. It's on the fast speed.
You're entitled.
But that's a new thing that's available. If you don't, and one other thing that's available that's entirely opposite of that is we have a new slate, and it's a paperless slate. So instead of using a regular, regular paper for brailing on a slate, it uses little pins. I don't have that to show up. Hold up, sorry.
Is it like a German slate?
It's called the Versa slate, so it's a paperless slate. So the bigger one is 4 lines, 20 cells, and the smaller one is 2 lines and 12 cells. So the idea is someone gives you a phone number or something, you can jot it down, and then it'll stay on there until you press the button to erase it.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool
that's
for
like-
taking little quick notes. Comes
How much
with a
that
case.
cost?
The bigger
Yeah,
one's
how much-
120, the smaller one's 60. So
Oh,
not the cheap,
not
you know, not
bad.
as cheap as a little slate, but obviously you don't got to keep paying for paper and all that too. As
I
well.
mean, is it like a German slate? Do you push the buttons back when you through writing on something, or how's that
There's
part work?
buttons on the top and the bottom that you would press to wipe out what's already there.
Oh, and you don't need any paper.
Nope.
I like that.
How much
So-
were the phones?
Phone is $489. It's a little more expensive, but we can always work with people on payments and all that too. So that's a couple of things that we have, but I don't want to take up the time with just stuff that we sell. I also just want to answer a couple other
We
questions.
wanna know.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm happy to help out. And like I said, I'll send our website along and our phone number as well.
JJ,
Yep.
JJ, this is Don. Do you have, by any chance, a flip-top cell phone with pronounced buttons? Like you would see on a regular cordless phone in a house.
That's what that is. I mean, it's a little more expensive because it does other stuff, but that's what the blind shell is. It has really pronounced buttons, and you can feel everything on it.
Is that you said that's for a house phone?
No, that's a cell phone. We don't have any. We don't sell any house phones.
It's a flip-top phone.
It's not a flip phone, although there is a flip case that is available that would cover the top of it if you wanted to cover. It's what you'd call a candy bar style. So the buttons are exposed. They're on the bottom of the phone, bottom of the top of the phone, if that makes sense.
How expensive is it?
JJ, this is Faith Meadows.
That's
Is
$489.
there on your phone?
It's
Can you
what?
hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
The phone that the
Hold on one
phone
second.
that you're
It's 400.
speaking about,
Let me just answer his. It's 400. It's $489 total for the phone.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but it's a little more expensive.
Can't-
So. Hi, Faith. What's up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
you're
But
totally
can you download books? Can you download books the way you can? Because I hate my iPhone to
You can
download a book.
download books for.
gotta
You can read
unmute.
books. You are unmuted. You can download. It'll read Bookshare books. It'll read text files. It will not do Bard.
Okay. But now, if I want to download something, if I want to ABC, would I have to hit the 2-3 times to get to C or something like that, or can I?
So you can
how could
also
I
do
it?
voice. You can do voice.
Okay,
voice typing
that
as
sounds
well.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, JJ. This is Terry
Yeah.
Bradley.
Hey.
That phone, the phone that you have, is it set up like a regular
it's supposed to be
phone
muted.
dial? Does
You're
it have
unmuted, bud.
extra buttons?
Yeah.
Can you start at the top of the phone and
I
go
gotta
down and
do it
tell
again.
us the different buttons on there?
Yeah, just really quickly. The only besides the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's just 2 additional rows. So an up and a down arrow, the send button, the back button, and then there's a button for the read your status, like battery and things like that, and the time. And then there's a button to repeat the last thing that was just spoken. And then the volume buttons are on the side.
Oh, okay.
And
And
there's
the on and off button?
Is the same as the back button above the number 3.
Above the number 3. Okay.
And we can explain any of this stuff if people contact. We're happy to go into to more details and explain any of that stuff. And
I'm wondering, do you have any good GPS apps for the blind that a blind person can use?
let's see. So there's a new. Do you have an iPhone or an Android, or what do you have?
iPhone.
iPhone. One of the newer ones that's out there that is free is called Good Maps.
Oh.
And that's a newer one that is free. It's spun off of APH, and they're on their own company. And that's available for iPhone and Android, before someone asks me. iPhone and Android. And that's a new free... It's
Good map.
outdoor, and they're going to also start doing some indoor GP or navigation as well. That's a big thing they're working on. So it's called Good Maps, all one word.
Nearby
What are
Explorer's
indoor-
good too. That's what I have.
I love it, but they're not updating it anymore, and I love Nearby.
Oh, they're not.
JJ, this is
Yep.
Terry.
Hey,
Does
Terry.
it read out the actual address if you're standing in front of a house?
Good Maps? Yes.
Yes.
It'll come. I mean, it might be a one-off sometimes. That's how GPS goes, but it's usually pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, GPS always gets you within 20, 30 feet. I mean, it's gotten better.
Where
I
I
have
used
a
to live, it
question.
was off by
I
400
have a
yards.
question. Never mind.
Go for it. Go for your question. You're
I-
good.
Okay, like if you want to go somewhere in your neighborhood and you want to ask like the directions there, or what do you do? Just name the place, or do you have to give an address
No, you
for
can name the
the
place.
places?
Yeah, they'll
Oh,
have, it'll use, most places will have a name. Now, if you're going to either if it's a brand new place or if it's your
mm,
friend's house, you'll have to put the address in.
right.
But
Okay,
usually you
I
can
get that.
say, or if there's more than one location, you got to make sure you pick the right one.
Right, exactly. Okay.
But even so, for instance, I use on my Android, so I use regular Google directions on my Android phone. And one of the cool things that they do now, and you can get Google for your iPhone as well. One of the cool things
I
they
have an
do
Android.
is you can do public transit. So if you take a bus somewhere, you can say, give me navigate me to, you know, 4400 Woodward by transit, and it will,
Mm.
it'll take, walk to here, and then it will say, get on the number 4, and then when you're on the bus, it'll say your stop is 2 stops away. So that's
Yep.
really, I love that feature. It's really cool to tell you.
JJ, are you
cool.
using an enhanced microphone now? You're coming through really clear, and I'm wondering if it's
I'm
just
in a
your
mixer.
phone speaker.
I use a mixer.
Okay, so what are you using?
I have an audio interface hooked up to a computer.
Okay, so you're on your computer and you're using that.
Sennheiser
Yeah, it
microphone.
sounds so clear.
Okay.
It does.
Good.
It's almost like we could see you.
Well, you couldn't until someone told me.
All
So,
right,
it's-
JJ,
so honestly, here's
I'm in the process of writing a book, and I want to know: do you have any apps that, or technology that you could specifically put in for someone if they're like writing a book or doing their thesis that just help you with the language? Because what I'm using now is not telling me exactly how many words I done typed in. It's not telling me how many paragraphs, the correct paging, and it's not.
That's a
it's
good
just not
question.
working for me.
I do more of that on the computer, honestly, personally. I know there is Microsoft Word for iPhone, and I'm not sure if anyone else has anything they use. 'Cause I still do most of that stuff. I'm a little old school when it comes to some of that. I do a lot of that stuff on the computer just because it's easier. Microsoft Office or whatever. Because you can do
But
this stuff on the phone.
The Microsoft Office is not working. It's just giving you too much information, and I guess maybe with the new JAWS and the new Microsoft, it's not
It should all work.
working for me to turn some of that stuff off.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, we certainly could. We could, try to work with someone to try to figure out what's going on, because it's definitely, the latest screen readers and Microsoft Office or Office 365. They all work well together.
What I recommend for that one, if you want to follow up with JJ later, and his contact information will be in our notes from today's session. Maybe he could do a one-on-one.
Yeah,
Zoom meeting
absolutely.
dig into that.
Also, shout out. I wanted to give a quick shout out. I know many of you know Sabrina, and she, of course, her and the team over in Detroit does either in-person or virtual tech training, and they do a really awesome job. So I wrote that down too. Make sure to include that information in the email. I definitely, they can really do some customized stuff, and at a pretty reasonable, right? You guys can come to some sort of fair agreement for everyone, because they do really good work on the training.
Hey, JJ, I got a quick question.
Yep, and I think we're about the end of time, so go ahead.
What kind of computer do you use?
I have a Lenovo X1 Carbon.
So do you have like low vision, or I have low vision?
I'm blind.
Oh, wow. So does it have a touch screen?
It does not. You can use touch screens though with Windows if you wanted to. That is accessible with the latest versions of the screen readers.
On the Lenovo computer, you mean?
Well, any touch screen. So if you got a Microsoft Surface, you can use a touch screen, but I prefer the keyboard because it's just quicker.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I have one more question. Does Sabrina, this is Henrietta, does Sabrina work with the iPhones with people at their home, or do you have to go into her?
They can work that out. I think that depending on where you live.
Okay.
Where do you know, if you're somewhere in the Detroit metro, you probably, you know.
75 the Mac area.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure they could. One of them can work that out with you.
Are you a humanware dealer?
I sell the Victor Trek currently. I don't sell others anything else from them yet.
Okay.
JJ,
Yep.
I believe Apple Maps supports transit as well. I've seen it. I've
Oh
never
yeah,
used
do they
it.
support the smaller cities?
I don't know. I've never used it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Jess. Oh, I wasn't talking to you. No, my Google went off.
I have a question about the Trek. It was unfortunate when I bought mine that they only include a mono onboard speaker. So if you're hearing a podcast, you only hear half the channels. Have they fixed that?
That's a good question. I was not aware of that being a thing.
Yeah, they only support one channel on their onboard speaker when you do playback.
Yeah, you might either have to use earbuds or a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate decision on their part.
Yeah, I would agree.
They have that on Google.
I would agree. I'm happy to keep going, but I know we're also running over time, so I don't want to cut into whatever's
Your
next.
time runs till 4:20, so you got 2.5 minutes.
I have two. All right. Anyone else?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What the app you were showing us a couple minutes ago about with GPS, would that be a good replacement for? I've got a Trekker Breeze, and something's been going on with the battery.
Yes.
So sometimes it dies. Okay.
Well, and also the Trekker Breeze has really old maps at this point, so
Right. Plus,
not
they
gonna be.
stopped making it, and Humor replaced it.
If you have old technology
with the Trek.
I will say, if you have old technology, and I can't speak for the Breeze, but sometimes you can go to a Batteries Plus, and they can rebuild those types of batteries. I'm not sure if it'll work for the Trekker Breeze, but it's always an
Batteries
option.
Plus does a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, like older Braille notes and things like that. I mean,
oh wow.
Okay. What is a podcast? Sorry.
Yeah.
What is a podcast?
Yeah.
Podcast go for it.
It's something that you could it's a short video that tells you about different stuff.
Yeah, essentially it's like a radio show, but on demand. So instead of having to tune into a show like Monday at 2:00, you can just get the latest episode whenever you want. So like we do one, we haven't done one in a little bit. Or actually, no, we did just put out one. I have one called Blind Bargains.
Okay.
So you can say, hey, A lady or G lady, listen to the latest episode of Blind Bargains podcast, and our podcast.
So would you have to already have that, or like if I'm sitting right here right now?
I can tell her right now. Yep, I can tell her right now. You don't have
You
to.
can do that on your. You can do that on your.
No, you can
Alexa
get the Apple Podcasts app, and you can have it grab the latest ones all the time. Or even if you had like a Victor stream, you can get podcasts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Would that make your bill? Would that make your bill go up?
No.
Okay.
No.
I have a question.
Well, I mean, it all depends. If it does use data, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Do you guys sell anything?
But if you got it on if you got it on Alexa, you could get it free.
Okay.
It's already on your Alexa and
There
your
you go.
Google.
Already on your Wi-Fi. Yep, exactly.
Right.
Catalog for the new product. Catalog for the new product.
I don't have a catalog. Everything is on our site. You can call us up, and we'll send along that information. We don't do catalogs just because our stuff changes pretty quickly.
Okay, thank you.
I think another gentleman had one more question.
I had a question.
Yes, I think your last one.
Is there any adaptive products that you might have or know of to enable a blind person to solder wires?
So, no, I mean, I did a soldering weekend workshop, and there's techniques for sure. One of them involving using forceps to kind of as a lineup tool, because you kind of can drag your. So I did a class with Josh Mealy and a couple other people who really know. I think there are articles online.
Okay.
From the Smith Kettlewell Journal from back in the day.
Okay.
on blind soldering techniques.
I've done it, but it's kind of tricky.
Yeah,
And I didn't
I
know if
agree.
you
It
had
definitely
any-
takes some practice. That was my first time ever really doing it, and but it was. I mean, I'm glad I did it because it's one of those things that you're not, if you don't know how to do it, it's like, oh, I can't do it as a blind person, but you totally can.
A fun person to talk to is the I don't know if he's still the director. I think at the time I talked to him, he was the director at Camp Tusmaheda over in Greenville.
Oh yeah, I used to go there.
And he was a shop teacher. People are like, blind people can't work in the wood shop. They'll cut off their hand. Well,
I used to have him.
And so he was real proud that he'd crossed that line and he could do the things that people didn't.
You
think
talking about George?
I think it could have been.
Yeah, he's on Facebook. He makes a lot. He's down in Tennessee now, but he's on Facebook and he makes a lot. He still does all sorts of woodwork. He's one of the best blind woodworkers, probably the best one I know. He's so good.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I wonder if in Kalamazoo he's good too.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jason.
Elise. Thanks, all your students.
Take care, Jason.
Yeah, thank you, everyone at Western.
And you guys are welcome to
Thank
stay
you, guys.
on.
Thank you for having
I'm
us.
staying on.
Awesome. Yeah, you're a big
Elisa's giving us
crowd.
tons of
Awesome.
homework. We
We'll have
gotta
to stop
go.
by in person some year. When
Homework.
Oh, y'all got to do homework. Uh-oh.
Oh my! I got my
Homework.
braille slate and stylus. I'm working already.
Oh,
Have a good day.
All right, thank you.
You too.
I'm gonna send you this list.
Bye,
Rob.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Thank
All right, guys, we've got 5 minutes of chaos. And then we're going to have some speakers talk to us about Lions clubs. Then,
Are you gonna do raffles, Kathy?
what?
Raffle?
Oh, yeah, we'll do raffle.
let's go with some more pride.
So
Yeah, let's
after I
go.
get done recapping this year, then we'll do raffle. So we have 5 minutes of chaos, and then we're going to talk about Lions clubs, and then we're going to talk about camp history, and then talent show.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
All right.
Kathy,
All right.
I heard that. I heard that.
I want to be in that
Spin
talent.
the wheel.
Kathy.
Spinning the wheel. We've got Kim Vaughn.
Sorry, who's that?
Vaughn is a raffle winner. And Joanne Pilarski. And Gwendolyn. Woo! Go Gwendolyn.
Thank you.
Yay.
You're welcome.
All right.
Who's the
Congratulations.
first question, Kathy?
And then let's see who else we got.
One more, 2 more, 5 more.
Bill Chapman.
All right, Bill.
Woo, Bill's
All
a
right,
winner.
Bill.
We knew that. Wayne Lapours.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
Mamie Moorhead, you're welcome.
Who?
Mamie's a winner.
You, I think.
Michelle, is Michelle
You
still
said
on?
Janie.
Michelle made it into our
You mean
raffle.
Janie?
Michelle made it into our raffle. The student.
Did you say Janie or Mamie?
Mamie.
You said Mamie.
Oh,
Mamie
he said
Moorhead?
Mamie. He said Mamie Moorhead.
Right, that's what I thought it was
Right.
you.
I thought it was you too, Janie.
Hi, Wanda.
Antoinette is a winner.
Uh,
And Stephanie.
oh.
All right.
All right.
Hell.
Kathy,
All right.
What'd you say, Roger?
who was the first name that you mentioned?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's
It
see.
sounded like Vaughn or something like that.
Find somebody.
Vaughn.
Jim
Vaughn.
Bond. Jim Bond.
Kim Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kim.
Vaughn was on earlier.
Oh, Kim Vaughn. Right. Right.
Yep. All right, 5 minutes of chaos.
Oh Lord, not the chaos.
Uh-oh.
Chaos.
Y'all don't get too chaotic now.
Oh Lord, you.
Well, did you guys learn anything from our technology experts?
Yeah,
I can't afford it. I would like.
I like that the battery thing. You know that you hook your phone up to.
Yeah, I do too. I would like that.
This
Where you
is
can charge the
phone
battery
bank,
without a outlet. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy me one of them.
Hi, Henrietta. Hi, Jeannie.
Hey, Tyrone.
Hey, Tyrone.
Everybody
Hey,
doing all right?
Tyrone.
Everybody doing okay today?
Oh, I have
Yep.
to say, I like the fact that, they talked about the independent money readers because I have one of those.
Oh, yeah,
And-
that's very important.
And I really
Yeah.
like those because they're easy to use and they'll tell you, I think they go up to $100 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they gotta be. It seems like they gotta be upgraded every now and then.
Hey, Rosemary.
I've had mine for a long time and it doesn't have to be upgraded at all. It's just the
Mine
battery has
either.
to be changed. That's all.
I done had it. I done had it for a long time.
I know
Would you tell
someone
us?
who personally who knows JJ.
Hey, everyone, we got
Yes.
Rosemary. Why don't Rosemary talk about summer camp?
No.
Because summer is coming, right?
When?
Eventually.
If we have,
Depending on
okay, right now, summer camp is going to be dependent upon, the COVID situation.
pandemic. Right.
If the COVID situation is, changed by spring and we can make a decision, then we're going to try to coordinate with some people to try to do summer camp. We did it last year.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun. We had 9 people. Part of the
Wow.
issue, part of the issue is because, and we'll probably do this again. We were going to limit it to 20 people, but everybody had to have proof of vaccination before they could come to camp. And we'll do that again this year if we do camp. Also, the biggest issue is there's no Greyhound transportation to Muskegon from Grand Rapids any longer. That's been the last 2 years now. And so we're going to work out arrangements to try to make transportation available. Tyrone, on your end, it's going to be difficult because John is no longer around to help you, get the people organized and stuff. So I don't know if you've got another person in mind who could help you with that stuff or not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll have somebody to help.
Rosemary, this is Gwendolyn.
Yes,
my
Gwen.
nana who brought me, she said if I do summer camp this summer, she wants to be a volunteer and help out.
That's fine. We can use all the volunteers that we can get.
So when I
Are you guys talking about the one in August? Are you guys talking about the one in August?
Yes, the one in
Yeah.
August that's up at Big Blue Lake.
Okay.
Pioneer Trails Camp. Yep.
5 minutes of chaos is almost over. 5 minutes of chaos. Right, Captain?
Gotta call it like it is.
I know, huh? Well, I really appreciate all you guys. I really appreciate all you guys for showing me different things like Janie, she's so smart,
I don't know about all that now.
Oh yeah, you know a lot, Janie. And you and Jackie and Carrie Bradley, you guys taught me a whole lot of stuff in my day. And my brain is now hurting. My brain hurts. But I'm so happy that Rosemary, she taught me how to use my my new Victor screen. And she sat with me for about an hour and we learned together. And she taught me a lot. So now I know. And then of course, Mike Gino and Mike Smith, just some great people around. And nobody says, oh, you're a dummy, you can't learn. No one never says that. They always say, we'll help you if we can help you. And that's why we have a good
They
group.
learning too.
Right. We're all learning. Yeah.
Awesome.
And if I had $1 million, I'd share some of it with you guys.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Some of it.
Sure you would.
Never will be heard from.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we would all be forgotten about.
Tyrone, your nose is growing.
But Tyrone, you also make sure that we know that we're appreciated for who we are.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you.
Yes, we do.
Hey,
What did
Tyrone.
I do? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Mike.
You're just you.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
You
Thanks,
shine the
Dee.
light of God to every single one of us.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. I'm gonna cry.
That's all right.
Oh,
And we
no.
can,
And we can say,
Crocodile tears, crocodile tears.
Go ahead. Michael wanted to say something, guys.
I've been trying to get in for a half an hour for questions and nobody would let me in. This place is this place is worse than a woman's court. You know?
Hey!
No, Mike.
Watch it.
Hey, Mike Smith. How you doing?
Hey,
He's right.
believe me, I'm watching it. I'll tell you.
Mike Smith.
Hush up and let Mike talk.
Tyrone,
Yes, Mike.
don't ever come to me again about wanting to know anything about anything because I ain't gonna teach you nothing no more.
No mo. He said, no mo.
No mo.
He said hit the road, Jack.
No mo.
He
Hit
said
the
hit the
road.
road, Jack.
Jack.
No, he did not say hit the road. He said no more.
No
I
mo.
tell you,
Same thing.
well, you know, the one thing Mike Smith taught me was not to give up.
I'd like
to say
hello.
You did already.
Oh, no, you
Right, Mike?
didn't.
And I heard the sarcasm in his voice when he said that. Like, he doesn't really mean it.
No,
I
no,
know.
it's not. I
Yeah,
heard
Mike's
it
my
too.
buddy. I'll
And
buy
you
him
did
a
that-
hamburger. He'll
The
be
one
fine.
thing I've been asking him to do for years, but he hasn't done it yet, is get the hell out.
On you.
All right,
It's
Tim.
too cold now.
You can
It's
sign
too
off
cold
now,
for him to
Mike.
leave now.
3 hands up
We're on
here.
now, Mike.
Donnie,
But I
did
do
you
have to
say
I do have to
something?
laugh because people call me up and say, how do I do this and how do I do that? And I'm like, let me think about that for a second. Okay, this is how you do this, or this is how you do that, or I don't know. So call Microsoft Disability.
Oh, is that what you do?
See, that's what we do.
Microsoft.
We help each other.
That's
When we
right.
can,
And
yeah.
if you
But
can't help
listen,
each
For
other,
each other.
if
Yeah,
you
if
can't
I
help each
can't-
other,
Yeah, if I can't help, then I refer them to somebody who I think can, because sometimes we have a member, a guy that we know, Joe Todd. He can remote in and help you sometimes with JAWS stuff. He's a tech teacher and for the state. So Joe will help out sometimes. I'll have to send him to the Microsoft Disability or Apple Disability because they can and do help. And if you have a Geek Squad subscription, they help out too. So got to have your bases covered.
except when it involves Sirius XM.
Yeah, I got that right. No, not Sirius XM. That was Zoom that you couldn't get through on.
Well, Zoom and Sirius both. I can't.
I finally
use my
got through
Sirius
it. I
account.
can't believe it. Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Okay, next session.
Anyway.
Does anybody know somebody who can fix a talking watch?
No.
Yeah,
You probably just need a battery.
it's called $20, buy a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, where'd everybody go? We are past time. I've been trying to get through, but this chatter, it keeps going. It's great chatter, but we are now 4 minutes behind schedule, and our guest speaker for 4:30 is ready to go. Roger, do you want to unmute yourself and give him an introduction?
All righty. Well, we've got 2 or 3 people possibly going to talk here. We're going to talk about Lions clubs and the benefits of being in a Lions club. And this is something that came up one of our winter camp chats. And Tyrone Hamilton, who is president of his club in Belleville, had thrown out the suggestion that maybe some of our campers would like to be Lions. And so we've invited David Anderson. He's our past district governor. We also have Kelly Luby, who is a president of a virtual club in Jackson. And we still have District Governor Terry, who kind of talked about this a little bit in her opening statement. So not sure who we want to go with first here, but
Let's give David the floor.
let's do that. Because he actually threw this out last year at winter camp when he was doing his introduction. So, and he's kind of been looking at this over the years. So go ahead, David.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. The little bit that I've been in the sessions today, it takes me right back to where we were when we were in person a couple years ago when I joined the camp. So it's great that the camaraderie continues, and I'm excited about where things can go. And so very grateful that you guys are giving me a few minutes to talk today. As Roger mentioned, when I was doing the introduction to virtual camp last year. Gosh, it's hard to believe it was been a year already, but I mentioned it because as we transition to virtual and just seeing the excitement and a way to get everybody together, thought this was a tremendous idea. And, you know, as you guys have continued in this pandemic and continuing to meet with one another, certainly the framework is there if this is something you want to pursue. And so today, just a very informal session for us to get to kind of brainstorm what this would all be, not looking for a firm commitment today. But there's a few Lions who are active Lions with clubs that are more traditional in person, who are going to kind of run through their experience as being a Lion. And then we can bring Kelly in to talk about the virtual side and then just kind of go from there. So I want to turn it over to someone you guys haven't talked to today, David Robinson. He is the one of the past presidents of Jackson Cascades Club. And he's grateful enough to join us. Both he and his wife are blind and they've been Lions for many years. And so he's just going to kind of relate his experiences in Lions and what it means to him. So David, are you there?
David, you'll have to unmute.
Looks like he's on a phone. How do you unmute on a phone?
It's *6.
It's a *6 command.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for Dave to get unmuted here, Tyrone, do you want to talk a little bit about what being a Lion means?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I've been a Lion since 1996. And I belong to the Wayne Club. The club in Belleville is no longer as of June 1st. They are folding up. So I moved to Belleville and I've been a Lion, like I said, since 96. It's a good thing to do because you learn a lot and you get to meet some different people in the Lions Club. And of course, you got to pay dues and everything's expensive, but we had talked about somehow trying to make it affordable for people that, you know, that want to be Lions. I know there's a lot of people here in the Detroit area that I would like to see Lions, you know? So maybe that's something that we can talk about and we can get some more people involved. I remember being not in the Lions Club and for about every year at Christmas time, the Lions would give us a big old party. And we'd have all kinds of stuff. They'd buy us gifts and we would have such a great time. And then we had for 40 years, District 11A1, we had a picnic for 40 years, you guys, 40 years. And that picnic was pretty good. It just had to stop recently. But we really enjoy I enjoy being a Lion. I learn a lot. And I'm the president now of the Wayne Club. So I guess I'll do it next year too. So, but I really have a good time. I think more people should get involved, because then the Lions know who you are, you know, not that we give you stuff all the time. We don't want to have to give. We want you to be a part of the club so you can learn what we're all about, so that the Lions can learn about you as well.
Thanks, Tyrone. No, very, very, accurate representation as to what this potential stands to be. And so when you look at Lions Club, Helen Keller actually challenged Lions to be the Knights of the Blind. And so some of the support and activities have certainly centered around that for our first century of service. As we got into our second century of service, Lions did expand our focus, and not saying that vision fell off the radar, because it's still one of our 5 service pillars. But as Tyrone mentioned, what an excellent way for the blind and low vision community to step forward and say, okay, we want to be part of this and grow it. And who better to advocate for the issues important to all of you than those who are experiencing those challenges. And so it looks like David Robinson is back on. David, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can. All right.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay, Dave, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak about lion and lionism. Both my wife and I are blind. We are members of the Cascade Lions Club, which is out of Jackson, Michigan. And I've served as president of the club for a number of years. And currently my wife, Marianne, is serving as president. She'll be in her 3rd year this year. She's in her 3rd year. And we've got a very active Lions Club, small but real active. And one of the things that was said before was that the importance of Lionism is we serve. So there's that motto means a lot, because what happens is that we have people that have a variety of ideas about what works for them, what they can support, what they'd like to be involved in. And we as a club then talk about that and select projects that we can complete and be successful at in our community. So I think that not only is it important that we give other people in the community a chance to be served, just as we are served by others in our community, that we also have that opportunity as a blind person to say, I can be part of giving others service rather than always receiving service. And the Lions Club is a perfect outlet to make that happen. I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding in our in the general population about blindness and the abilities of blind people. But in those that are in Lions Club seem to be much more aware, much more willing to open the doors of opportunity for people that are blind. So I think that this is a good vehicle. And if you want to be able to give back and give back as a group, then this is a perfect way to do that through Lionism. Picking your own projects, deciding what you're going to support, how you're going to raise your funds, what other projects you might get involved with. So that's one of the things that I find very important, is that we are right along, my wife and I, who are blind, are right alongside our sighted peers and giving back to the community. And we've done that for a number of years and found that very satisfying, and making sure that we give back as well as giving the many blessings that we've gotten from Lionism also. So I think that the opportunity maybe to organize a Lions Club on a way to, it's going to be maybe a little more difficult in terms of the virtualness of it, or that everybody's scattered from place to place. But you have something in common. You have a commonality of thought. You have a commonality of being known to each other, being friends, being people that are willing to help not only your friends that are in the winter camp, but also those that are in your community. So taking that thought and taking that effort and putting it together into a Lions Club could be really meaningful and beneficial in some ways that we probably, as a local club, haven't really thought about. So I would encourage you really to give some thought to it, and we'll be glad to help out and be supportive of that effort if that's decided what you'd like to do. So.
Perfect, Dave. Thank you so much. And one of the things that really stood out about Dave's comments was the fact that you're able to expand your resources to assist others. And so while you guys may be aware of some of the programs that Lions Clubs has for low-sighted or vision impairment, there's a whole nother world out there. And as Dave mentioned, when you join the Lions family, you find out about those other programs and services. And there may be something near and dear to your heart that's not vision related. Maybe it's environment, maybe it's pediatric cancer or hunger or things like that. And so, when you just kind of learn more about it, it makes you a better resource, not only for your peers, but for your entire community. And so very cool. And thank you for your time today, Dave, and your words and support. Is B. Furman out there?
What's that?
Is B. Furman out there?
I thought she was, but
I am now.
No,
but Ordway and
all right, B. You are known to all campers far and wide. I'm sure they've probably heard your take on Lions a little bit, but do you want to share a couple words real quick with them?
Sure. Can you hear me okay, everyone?
We can.
Okay. I think my journey with Lions really started in when I was in grade school, and those of you who went to Michigan School for the Blind know how Mrs. Whitmore would have the choir go and sing for the Lions Club. There was like a Lions party or something like that, and so we always went to sing for that. And then when I moved to Massachusetts, when I was in what would have been my senior year of high school, the Lions provided me with an electronic braille writer. And so at that time in my life, I just thought of them as an organization that was going to help me to get to wherever it is I needed to go, because I was an up and coming high school student. Then fast forward of many years, and I had a friend who tried to talk me into joining the club, and she finally won, and I joined the club. And in the process of being a part of a Lions Club, I learned that it was important for me to actually give back to others. Not that I hadn't learned that already, because I was already serving in my church and other things, but you really learn that on a greater scale. And I always appreciated being the camper incognito, but I have to tease Governor Terry for forgetting me when she was doing her intro, because I was known as the camper incognito to most of the campers here. I was a
I told
Lion.
you I was going to forget somebody very significant, so I am so sorry, B.
That's okay. I'll get you back for that sometime. But seriously, I was what everyone called the camper incognito. So I was the one that would sit with you guys at the table, and then when I heard things that needed to be brought up to the Lions so the camp would run smoothly in the years that I was there, I did it. I was the one that told them what was going on. But I really think we as blind people either tend to be served or forgotten. And the thing that I feel is so important is for us to serve. And that's why I think we should all band together, do what we can for Lions, and serve.
Thanks, B. All right. Yep. Kelly, are you out there?
I am.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yay.
So Kelly is currently the president of our Virtual Lions Club, based out of Jackson, Michigan. They are the only one in the state of Michigan currently. And so when we were kicking this idea around just kind of last year and seeing logistically if it could work and how it could work, Kelly was kind enough to share how it's gone with her club. And so she's going to talk a little bit why they established a virtual club and kind of the pros and cons of it. And then we can kind of give you an overview of the decisions that are on the line for you as you guys continue to discuss this in your upcoming meetings together. So Kelly?
All right. Thank you, everybody, for allowing me to join your meeting today. It's been a hoot. I especially like the craft idea. So I figured that I need to become part of this group because I love to craft. And so, Kathy, you need to send me one so I can make one for my new office. So anyways, with that being said, I formed a virtual club in our area because with COVID, everything shut down. We were not meeting. I missed my Lions friends. I miss serving. I miss doing things in our community. And also, I knew that when I was to go back to work, that I wouldn't be able to attend my regular club that I already was a Lion already. So I went to the district governor at the time, which was Governor Mike Scott. And I said, I want to start a virtual club. How do I do a virtual club? And he's like, well, let's research this. So I went online on my Lion, it's my LCI, and I did all the research, found out exactly what I needed to do. And I said, this isn't going to be that hard. So let's try to do this. So the very first thing I did was I got on the telephone and I called all of my friends and family, because the catcher is you have to have 20 members in order to charter a Lions Club. Well, in Jackson County alone, there's 13 different Lions clubs already in Jackson. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do to be different? So I decided that we were going to be a professional virtual Lions Club. Some of you may know about BNI, which is a Business Networking International. I was a member of that as well. And that's an organization where you sit around and you pass business cards and you plug your business and things like that. So I'm like, well, why can't I do Lions Club, serve the community, and also plug businesses to try to get referrals? So as I was researching this, I asked past District Governor Mike, I said, hey, can we just do both? And he's like, it's your club. You can do whatever you'd like to do. So I'm like, okay, cool. So like I said, I called up those 20 family members and friends. I was able to get 20 people, and we chartered in June of 2020 during the awful pandemic. During that pandemic, my daughter owns a restaurant. Her restaurant had to be closed. My work was closed. So for 3 months of being closed to the public, her and I worked together to make masks. So right there was our first opportunity to serve our community. My daughter made over 2,500 masks, and she gave them to all of those in need. I also was a first club in our area to get a grant from the Lions Club, from LCIF, which is our foundation at the Lions Club. We were able to get a grant for $10,000 to help with the pandemic. So my ideal was to make hand sanitizer, because we all know back at the pandemic, we had no PPE, personal protection. We had no masks. We had no hand sanitizers. We didn't have anything. It was just like all gone. So that was one of the very first things we did as a virtual club, is we made hand sanitizer. And just because we're virtual does not mean that we can't get together. I have people that are 50 to 70 miles away from us, and how they interact with us is I take my little phone wherever I go, and you all know with Zoom, you can be anywhere. Like right now, I'm sitting in my new store that I'm going to be getting ready to open. So you can do Zoom from the comfort of your own home. And like I like to tease people, if you have children at home, you can be giving them a bath in the bathroom and you can still be on Zoom, at least listening to the conversation and the topics that are going on. So with further to do, being a new club, we had 20 people, we chartered, we did our first service, which was doing the hand sanitizer, and we've kept going. And even for the people, like I said, that don't live close, they still participate by either sending stuff in the mail, such as right now we're collecting mascara wands for this project that we're going to be doing. So they just send them in the mail and you can be wherever. My goal for my virtual club is to be all over the United States, all over internationally. You can join from anywhere. Just as you know, if you're in China, like watching the Olympics right now, it's a different time zone. You just have to get on and do it. So I love being a Lion. I started with B. I started with past District Governor Dave at the host club. I branched out, started my own. We're still growing. We've lost a few people along the way, but right now we're 16 members strong still, and we still meet, and we're looking forward to what's going to happen next year. We're hoping to grow, and that's a great way too, is to get members is virtually, like I said, because you don't have to be committed to travel.
So see, Alexandria, I don't know if you're still here, but you could still be a part of the virtual club, whether it's here, with everyone from winter camp, if we decided to do that, or you can join one that is closer to home, but it'd be kind of cool to have you in with us, or with the group of people that are going to do this.
Yeah.
If we do it.
Yeah, no, so that's
Dave said, he for winter last time, and like now listen to all you guys. There's like 60 people on here. What a great virtual club to have, and then we can call it Winter Camp for the Blind. So that's all I have.
Yeah, no, Kelly, thank you so much for your insight. And so, that's really what got the conversation going and kind of behind the scenes, and really got the meeting today on the calendar, is just we wanted to share what we all find so important in our lives with all of you. And Lions has all played a crucial point in your life, even just through the attendance of winter camp. And so if there's a way for us to grow that, great. So logistically, there's a few things that would have to be worked out. One of which would be the dues. And so Tyrone mentioned it. He said that, being a member can be expensive. And the nice thing about Lions is it's like Burger King. It's your club, your way. So however you guys want to structure it, you can. There are things that you can do to help offset dues. And so any money that's raised from the public, if you have a fundraiser, a collection, anything like that, any money that comes from the public is considered activities fund, and it has to go back to the public. That's one of our claims to fame, is that we don't use any of the money we collect for anything. So what you would do is, if you raise money strictly from other Lions, and that would not just be from your own club, that would be any Lion, what doesn't matter if it's locally or internationally, that goes into your admin account. And with your admin account, if you had someone who was unable to pay their dues, you could help offset some of their dues or things like that. One of the things that you would have to consider, though, is, as I mentioned with the activities fund, you're not allowed to help Lions with it. So if you're currently receiving assistance from a local Lions club for vision related things, hearing related things, that is something that you have to be cognizant of. Now, the club could have a policy that, with board approval, funds could be used from the admin account to still support those individuals. But you would hate for someone to want to be part of something better, to help give back, and then have it negatively impact them. And so, that's another thing that we would have to look at closely, figure out how do we structure things so that that doesn't become an issue. As far as the 20 members, yeah, I mean, if you guys just had a pool from today, you guys are above the 20, certainly. If it winds up being that you want to pull some other people in, maybe some family members or things like that, that say, hey, I want to be part of this journey with you, absolutely. And there's a couple different ways to go. So if we don't get a group of 20 people that says they're willing to join, we can always start a branch club. And so for a branch club, you don't need the 20. You would basically be your own entity, but you would be tied into another Lions Club until you got to the point where you could charter with your own 20 members. Logistically, there's lots of clubs that would be willing to partner with you and help you grow, whether it's through a branch club or whether it's chartering. All of the Battle Creek area clubs that have been instrumental in Winter Clamp going back to its inception. You've got Kelly and her virtual club who would certainly be willing to help you guys navigate that side. All of the districts nowadays have Zoom accounts. And so, you know, that's an expense that your club wouldn't have to cover. Certainly you could coordinate usage of someone else's account. And so, you know, there's a lot of different things that we could do to get it going. Now, as I mentioned, I wasn't going to put your feet to the fire and say, you know, today, hurry. But currently, Lions Club International has waived charter fees for new clubs and entrance fees for members through the end of June. And so while you're not necessarily feet to the fire, you are on the clock, because if you decide you're going to charter or decide you're going to join and you wait until after June, it's going to cost you additional money. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about a sale. And so if you can save some money up front simply by, you know, making this a little bit of a priority over the next couple months, logistically, that would be a very good thing to do. So, you know, we've got about 15 minutes left. I'd like to open it up for any questions, and they can be for any of the folks that have spoke, or, you know, if you guys just have a few comments you would like to say to the other campers.
Hey, David, before we open it up to the entire room, Andrea was going to talk earlier. If we give the floor to Andrea first, because she is also a Lion.
I'd like to say something also.
Terry, do you want to go first, or do you want to give it to Andrea?
Yeah, let her go
Andrea,
first.
have Andrea go.
Okay.
I've been a Lion since 2017. Since I signed up in June, but I've been a member of since September of 2017, and it's been rewarding. I found out about Winter Camp in 2019, and that was my first camp, and it was so nice to meet with other blind Lions and other blind people. It was cool. I haven't been around any blind people in years prior to that, but then the pandemic screwed everything up, and that was terrible. That was awful. And I had a hard time with Zoom, but I've gotten to go to a lot of cabinet meetings and kind of travel. And yes, it is expensive. I have a hard time affording. What was that?
Slide to answer.
That's just his phone. Go ahead, Andrea. What sort of costs have you incurred? Dues and travel and.
Yeah, travel, and I did go to a district convention and a multi-district convention in 2019. That was kind of expensive. And dues and meals. Probably a couple $1,000s altogether, maybe.
Okay.
Oh.
But food, you know, I mean, going out to dinner with friends always costs money.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah.
So a lot of the convention cost is the meals.
Yeah. With the virtual meetings, you know, you don't have the meals associated with whenever you guys are meeting. So, you know, being a member of a regular Lions Club is probably a little bit more expensive than the virtual format, depending on
And I'm
how
pretty
it's
good at
structured.
selling mints and cheese for our Lions Club too. I'm part of the Obed Lions Club.
Hi there. Can I throw something into this? This is Faith Meadows.
Uh-huh.
I have been a member of the Lions Club since the 60s. When I first lost my vision, a Lions guy came to my home and he gave me a cane to work with. And I got involved with the Detroit Northwestern Lions Club that was George and Sue Ellingworth, but they long passed. And then after that, I used to sing at the Wayne Club. I do a selection there. And then I became involved with the Ann Arbor Evening Lions Club after I moved from Westland. Then I moved to Ann Arbor. Then I moved to Kalamazoo. I didn't belong to any club then, but I have moved back since here to the Westland area, and now I'm a member of the Ann Arbor Evening. The Westland Lions Club. And some of the things that we do, we donate money to Seedlings, Leader Dog, Greater Agency for the Blind. We haven't done that for a couple of months now because they've kind of been in an uproar. But we've given eyeglasses. We've given diabetic help for a diabetes person. We've given hearing devices. At Christmas time, we've donated clothes and money. And our club, we're a small club, and I want to give a shout out. Anybody that's interested in becoming a Lions in my area, we will welcome you with open arms. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.
So one thing real quick, you've heard from lots of Lions that are on the call, and if you guys wanted to be part of the new club, if that goes forward, you could be an associate member of the new club. You simply wouldn't be able to hold any office there. The alternative would be for you to be an associate member with your current club and then join a virtual club. So Governor Terry?
I just had a couple quick statements. I wanted to thank past Sister Governor Dave for everything that he broke down. That was wonderful information. Everyone that spoke about your club, your way. And that's the most important part, is that you are all so much fun. And, you already meet once a month. So if you just put kind of a mission, associate a mission or a service project to one of your meetings. Earlier, someone was speaking about someone that was going to do something and their mom wanted to volunteer. Well, that's the mom you want to get involved with you. You want to bring your people with you as members, because if you do go out into the community and do something, then you would have a sighted person with you. Everything that you learned today is something that could be forwarded to individuals, kids that are looking for those sites. It's so important to get that information to school so that kids can have it. Right now, if you join if we started a club in March, between March and July 1st, is it July 1st, Dave, or June?
You have through June 30th with no.
Okay, so July 1st. It's only $14. I'm sorry, $15 to join. It's a little bit over 14. So between now, March and July, it would only be $15. And then after July 1st, then the breakdown, which it ends up around 70. It'll probably be about $75. For the yearly dues. And then, like everybody said, you can make all kinds of arrangements to make those payments. So thank you all. I was glad to be part of this today. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks,
you're
guys.
welcome.
Hey, you mentioned teaching the children about some of the things that are available, but there's a lot of seniors who have not typically considered themselves low vision, but there's a lot of people who, as they age, macular degeneration and everything else, they're losing their sight. And, I was just talking to someone the other day, and they were talking about how their grandma has trouble reading the prescription bottles. And we've learned today of a couple different things. And in some of our monthly chats, we've learned about different ways like Be My Eyes and ways to help people. Grandma, so she doesn't acknowledge herself as being low vision, but she's struggling to read.
And as Lions, you could do this virtually too.
Yeah, so the virtual aspect, that's huge. So when you look at what COVID did, we have a youth chapter. They're called Leos. And they were kind of distraught because they were, sitting at home and looking for a way to serve. And they actually thought of a couple different ways to serve virtually. So there was one event that they held virtually. That was a service project that they did throughout the entire state of Michigan. There was another project where they designed it as a group, but then each little segment got together in their local community and did an in-person event. So lots of different ways to go with this. Obviously you would have the support of all of the Lions clubs in the state of Michigan. So I know we're running short on time. Are there any questions? Okay, well, if you guys think of anything, if you want to get back together, if you get a group of you guys who want to explore it a little bit more and dig a little bit deeper in, happy to get back together with you guys. Today was not meant to be.
I had a question. I'm sorry. This is Angela Harris. I had to unmute myself.
Yeah.
Is that, because I've heard a lot of bad reviews on it. That Be My Eyes, they're saying because it's people, it's not safe for someone's mail to be read because it's an actual person instead of it being like Jaws or the thing that they have on the phone.
Angela,
Yes.
the gist of it was
The
gist of it was My Eyes are volunteers. So if you have legal documents or medical documents, you should really use a reputable person. And that's where that other service, the paid service, comes in.
Ira.
Those are actual employees. But you want to know what color shirt you got hanging in your closet? Be My Eyes is free. Go ahead, B.
Okay.
I have a question.
Identify yourself for me.
Michael Smith?
Oh, did you leave and come back again?
No, I didn't leave. I've been
you're
here.
down there.
I've
Sorry,
been.
somebody else's phone number highlighted when you spoke.
Oh, I'm sorry. How has the pandemic helped or hindered the donation the donations that all the clubs have gotten? Has it hurt or helped them, or just what's going on with the donation deal right now? And while you guys were talking, I was thinking about an old phrase: don't ask what the Lions can do for you, but ask what you can do for the Lions. Because back in the 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, and 83, I worked at Silverdome for the Westtown Lions Club in Detroit. And I'm the only blind person that ever has worked at the Silverdome. And I did that for 5 straight years to help volunteer to raise money for our organization. And whatever you can do to help the Lions is tremendous. You can give to the Lions rather than take. Like Tyrone said, it's not all a matter of take. You've got to give too, because it has to come from somewhere. But I was just sort of kind of curious about the donation factor over the last couple of years. How has that been going, or have not?
Yeah, Mike.
Well,
so jumping in here real quick, I can say certainly when the pandemic first kicked off, so when you're talking March 2020 through the end of the year, there was a lot of uncertainty. And so a lot of people pulled back and a lot of fundraisers had to be canceled due to the restrictions that were out there. As we got into the second half of the Lions year, the beginning of 2021, things really opened up quite a bit. Now, there were some challenges for Lions overall. Some people decided that they didn't want to, give up their evening anymore, or they enjoyed their free time and things like that. We did lose some members along the way, but from what Governor Terry and her team has been able to put together this year, things are getting back to where they were. And I wouldn't say that we're out of the woods yet, but things are certainly improving. And so that's where this opportunity is actually probably a very good time, because we're starting to see light at the end of the tunnel. And at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say it's not a train coming at us. And so you guys would be hitting the ground when things are starting to get back going. A lot of the issues that had to be worked out initially, as far as virtual and how do you do it and what it's done and what's necessary, all of that's already been worked out. And so you guys actually would have a very nice framework to begin with.
Because
I
people
think
don't
it
want to
depends.
meet people right now either, and that sort of kind of hurts too still.
I think it really depends on also the enthusiasm of the people within your club as to how things worked. Because I know for us, we struggled, and I think that's why they asked me to be president for a second year, because they really wanted to make sure that I knew, or that I had the chance to do a good job as president of my club. But I think a lot of it really depended on the enthusiasm of the Lions that were involved with any of the fundraising that was going on. I know I thought we did pretty well, considering with our one fundraiser, we actually had to stop the selling of nuts in the mall, but that was because of COVID restrictions. But I still think we did pretty well as a result. And I think a lot of that had a lot to do with those of us saying, are we going to serve our community? Then how do we do that? We have to be enthusiastic and we have to be positive.
All right, so it looks like we're at our time, and I don't want to cut anybody short. If you guys want to have another session where we dig a little bit deeper to kind of flush out the ideas that we put out, this wasn't meant to be an all-inclusive, have this conversation and then decide. This was just to continue what you guys had already been talking about and kind of see if it's something that we want to pursue additionally. So please reach out to the winter camp staff and let them know. And certainly we can get all of the folks that kind of helped you guys brainstorm today together and continue the dialogue. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of winter camp.
Great.
Thank you. See you, David.
Thank you,
take care.
David. Thank you, B. Thank you,
Thanks,
David.
Dave.
Robinson. Thank you, Tyrone and Andrea for talking about Lions, and Mrs. Robinson.
Susan Radke has had her hand up for a bit. I don't know if Susan realizes her hand is up and she has something to say. If Susan would like to say something, *6 on your phone will unmute you.
Thank you for the compliment. And I've been we've done quite a few projects in our Lions Club.
Okay,
over the
Susan,
years.
are you unmuted?
Yes,
Unmuted.
I've heard this is Susan, and I've heard for the last year of how expensive it was. And I know you said it's $15. Is that $15 until December of this year?
That's
I
through
know
the
it's from
end of the
June.
Lions year, which is June 30th.
June 30th. Oh, it's just now until June
Finish
30th.
out the current Lions year. Yep.
And then it'll be $70 a year.
It's about $70 a year with the different dues structures, because you have to have your club dues and your district dues and your state dues and your international dues, and every level takes a little piece.
They take a little piece of that $70?
Well, it gets divided to different levels. It's kind of like government, you pay your city taxes and state taxes and federal taxes.
But you get different
No, it's just the one flat fee, and then the district, they split it up.
Okay. Oh,
that's behind the scenes. You don't actually,
They just would sort of
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, your treasurer will split that up for you. So you won't have to worry about it.
This is Sue. I have a question.
Okay.
Is there any way possible those of us who live in Macomb County start a big Lions Club?
Yeah.
Because I'm interested in serving.
Yeah, definitely.
How do I go about serving in the community?
Well, I think we can kind of cover that in another session.
Yeah, we could put that on our next winter camp chat.
Because we really do need to move on with our schedule. And I know that several people have their hands up.
But it sounds like we've got some interest, and so a follow-up meeting would be good. And so let's put Sue down as Sue Perry McComb as being interested in our follow-up meeting to learn more. Anybody else want to be on our? I mean, we'll send it to everybody, but we want to make sure we get the people who are definitely interested in talking more.
Oh, yes. That's great.
All right.
Okay.
This is Rosemary. Sorry, guys, I was having some technical issues. And I just wanted to say that, you know, I've been a Lion since 1988, and I really have had a lot of fun being a Lion, and I'm a past president of our club, and, you know, we do a lot of good things. And so I would encourage this. One question I did have, and I didn't know if I missed this or not, is if you already belong to one club, can you belong to two clubs at the same time?
Yes, you can. If we decide to do this as a virtual club, then you can be an associate member of your club and still go to your club's meetings and still enjoy them. You just won't be paying dues to them. You'll be paying them to the virtual club. Or you can be a member of your club that you're in now and still continue to do what you've been doing and be an associate member of the virtual club if we do that.
Okay, that sounds good, because I might just, you know, do that, become an associate member.
The only thing is, if you become an associate member, you can't run for an office in the club you're an associate member of.
No, that's fine, because I've already been officers in my own club, so.
Right, right.
But maybe our new club needs your leadership.
Well, we'll think about that, because, because I really like my club.
Yeah.
Because we're the Muskegon Host Club, and we're over 100 years old, so.
Yeah, no, you can always stay with your club. Absolutely. I mean, if we do this, I will have a decision to make, but the district won't lose me, no, regardless. So.
Right. Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate the information.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not on here, and my phone somehow got disconnected. I'm not for sure if my name got called for anything, but I came on like almost at the last minute. Didn't mean to. It was just because of my phone and my connection. Do y'all see my name in here? My name is Charlene Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah,
Your
we
name
got
up there. We've
And
got
she did get called,
I did.
I think.
Jackson?
Not yet.
You were in earlier.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
Yes, I was in since 12 o'clock.
Yeah, she's been in since noon. She's just been in and out. All right, but that is a good point. It is time to draw some more raffle winners. Before we go into, let's see, we're due for camp history. We're already overdue for camp history, but let's pull a few raffle winners and then we'll go back to that. We've got Mike Gino. Mike Gino is a winner. Bob Furtado, who I don't think made it in today. Willetta Benson. Winner, Willetta. Daryl Goldsmith. Daryl has won a raffle prize. David Sturdman has won a raffle prize.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey.
Ronnie Durrell has won a raffle prize.
Oh, wow.
All the raffle prizes are gift cards, which Roger will mail out. Kay Cornwell is a winner. And Wanda Anderson.
All right, Wanda.
Yay,